Oh no, I missed that. Oh, what am I gonna do? Hmm.
You know what time it is. Marvin Devine.
I don't want no messing around.
Axel. And you know how we do.
Bathroom now to help get the summoning stone up.
I don't want no messing around from you bunch of meat tossers.
Oh, fucking Blingatron. Fuck off. Thanks for the summon.
Did the raid start on?
Going one, gang back together.
But you have to hold my hand.
Why don't they put a mirror up here?
If I'm even in the group, apparently.
Yeah, you're on the roster.
Spoilers for anybody that hasn't beaten Nathria yet. This is the video that you get when you turn on the quest. Oh, I don't think you could hear that on the mic, but that crack was tasty. Alright, and we have replenished the reservoir with one quest.
Shoot, does anybody have a chest enchant for Eternal Skirmish?
I do. Open trade with Drist.
Oh,
I got 11 of those bad boys. What, 2?
Sailor Moon. I'm gonna be on my way over to Castle Nathria.
Yeah, I got you when you get here. Just open trade with Drist when you get here.
Okay, cool, thanks.
I'm gonna step away and grab a smoke real quick before we start.
Wait a second.
There's so much water in this container, it's gonna spill all over me, and then I'm going to be wet.
I forgot to tell Bandit that we form up 15 minutes ahead of time, so he's finishing up his last floor before gas. That's all me. My bad.
I only got a G kick yet, unfortunately.
You're out.
You said fortunately, right? I must have misheard you.
I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone, I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Never noticed. Can't get back on. Girl, I miss you.
I'll be right back also.
Girl, I miss you. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone, I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone, I'm not certain. The girls impolite in the club every night. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. How'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. Girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you're Hollywood perfect. Perfect.
Oh, almost done with this ride. Rice.
Alright, just put your chest into will not be traded.
I got that stuff. I'll take it in a second. I just want to go to my vault quick.
Hey, if you are not needing to do anything down there, who wants to come up here and help start clearing trash?
That sounds like a horrible idea.
How dare we get ready to fight the boss?
We're here for BOEs and BOEs only.
incoming Mist getting 3 more BOEs.
I was gonna say, if Mist is in the raid, nobody's getting shit except him.
Oh, what didn't happen? What happened?
Along with a contingent of mortal rabble eager to meet their end.
Right, where's Goose?
We tire of your
Goose.
Thank you.
Who's Frabra?
to recall a similar bluster from you not so long
Anybody else? Anybody else need enchants before we start?
It seems you failed to learn your lesson. Perhaps I was too neat.
Yo, what's up, Don? My boy, how's it going, brother?
Let us begin your atonement.
When are you joining the guild,
Quickly,
dude?
Nick.
Come on. We've been waiting. We need you. We need you in our ranks. I need you.
30 stats laying in my bag here, Lawman.
Decurs on the tanks.
Come on, dude. No reason to wait. No time like the present. Oh, here come second ones. Oh god. I did not time my symbols and dance well enough. Man, I still got knocked out by the damn things. Alright. So tonight, I am trying out something a little bit different. Instead of going to Shadow Focus, we're going Night Stalker. Because it simmed better.
Yeah, it was here. Because he put his summon stone down. Where'd he go?
I'll put it down.
But we'll see.
Never
We'll see how that works
forgot
out.
we have 2
Because I
warlocks.
felt it right there. Did not
I'm a
have
person too, Anzo.
as
I'm a
much
person too.
energy to
Alright,
spam
yeah.
the spells, but if each global is more impactful, then
If you want a feast,
pooling
it's up.
resources in order to use them may not be necessarily bad.
You get one until it times out.
Now is a good time to
It's
go.
sim tire anyway.
Food, flasks, weapon oils, armor kits. Anything else I forgot?
Bennett.
Someone come back here and help me.
Baby, come back.
Hello?
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 Hello.
Oh, was that so well down? I didn't even see it.
Alright, are we all here? Better because I'm gonna go over the fight real fast. So we're gonna be doing real quick rundowns of each fight and then knocking the boss out. I'd also like to make the announcement that this is the last night we're going to do a like a full group like this in normal. Next we're going to start progressing to heroic, but that also means everybody in our group has to be solid. We can't have anybody lacking on mechanics, so we're going to be paying very close attention to mechanics tonight. We're going to have a VOD of it too, so I'll be able to see you when you fuck up, so don't. And we're going to make decisions on the roster for the heroic clear based on the performance tonight, so no pressure, just do mechanics. DPS is secondary to everything. Doing mechanics right means we get all these bosses down. You parsing top DPS and then dying does nothing for me. Does nothing for the raid. So we're going to be focusing on mechanics, so listen very clearly and concisely to my voice and the directions that I give, and you'll be fine. If this group can progress through Heroic Nyalotha and halfway into Mythic Nyalotha, then we can do normal Castle Nathria with, moderately geared characters. We don't outgear this content yet, so mechanics are key. DPS will come second. There's not a DPS or heal check in this current raid at this tier that we can't hit, so if you've got to stop to do mechanics and you don't get a few of your globals off, that's perfectly fine. But if you die to a simple mechanic, you're probably not going to be going to Heroic with us, so if you're new to this raid, listen very carefully.
That also goes to say that if you are assigned to do a mechanic and you don't do it, that's also going to be bearing in mind with you. That means soaking bottles on Dark Vein. It means if you're assigned to empty stuff on Dark Vein. It means if you're assigned to move seeds on Zymox. Anything like that that you are assigned to, you are expected to function and do those mechanically.
Anybody else want to say anything before we go over this fight and get the pull on the way?
Cookies are down.
Yeah,
your
fuck
cookies.
Drith.
Thanks, Locke.
Thanks, Locke.
While I'm explaining this, everybody get all your sharpening stones, oils, everything, food, buffed up, everything. Because as soon as we're done explaining, we're going to pull. This fight is hella easy. It's almost as easy on Heroic, so the mechanics that I'm about to explain to you go for Heroic pretty much as well. There's only one major difference between the two, and it's super simple. We're going to start this fight. Bosses are going to pull the boss forward a little bit. Range, you're going to want to stick kind of close-ish to one of these 4 pillars. Ideally, you can do this whole fight grouped up. Whenever we have to line of sight, we can all go behind the same pillar. There's absolutely no reason not to. It'll be easier for the healers. It'll also be easier for the healers in the second stage as well, when you can't damage the boss and we're just line of sighting the whole time we're running around. It is 100% possible to do this fight without getting a single blood pool on the ground, except for around the edges when you get echolocation. 2 people or 3 people, or I don't know, maybe even 4 people might be marked for this size of group with echolocation. You're going to get it on your head. If you have DBM, which should be up to date, it'll tell you if echolocation. As soon as you get this, move to one of the walls, all the way up against the wall. Not, I think I'm okay here. Not, oh, I'm close enough to the wall. No, get it on the wall. Yeah, it gives us more room to move around during the no damage phase where we have to dodge everything. The more room we have, the easier it's going to be to not get hit by dumb shit. So move that shit to the edges of the wall. If you get a location, don't sit there and try to get that last cast off, because it honestly doesn't help your DPS that much. So just get to the wall, drop the echolocation, come back DPS. When your echolocation buff wears off, it's going to drop that blood pool on the ground. That blood pool also spawns anytime we're in the second phase, and the boss uses the screech thing, where we have to line of sight while she's prowling around. If you get hit by that because you're not line of sight, it drops a blood pool right where you're standing. That's a dead giveaway that you don't know what you're doing, and that's what we're looking out for tonight. It is 100% plausible also that we can stay grouped in that second phase, so that we healers are always in, always with us. There's no reason to kind of be out on your own, all by yourself, unless you have a hard time seeing your character model and you think you might bump into something, which shouldn't be that hard. So we should, for the most part, stay grouped for that second phase, or at least definitely not be line of sight of the healers. It is completely possible to go through those no damage phases without dropping a single blood pool on the ground. During the first damage phase, she's going to be using Echoing Screech at some point in time. You have to line of sight it. If you're not line of sight when the cast goes off, you'll drop a blood pool on the ground. Once again, dead giveaway that you screwed up. That's pretty much the fight. Everything else is tank mechanics, and well, they know what they're doing. Did I miss anything?
Nope.
Where are we tanking him this time? Same spot?
Same spot.
Okay, perfect.
This back right pillar that we're next to right now is our general meetup spot for line of sighting. If you're on the other side of the boss for dodging one of her AoE cleaves, you can go to one of the other ones, but just make sure that you get back in the line of sight of the healers before we go anywhere else.
You're on this purplish carpet here. Healers will be able to see you no matter what.
Which tank is going to get the initial pull?
Pain. Pain picks up for this fight.
Okay.
Left on pull for this fight?
Armor kits.
What was it?
Thank you. I was going to say, typically we've been waiting for the second come down. But we can left on pull. There's no problem.
Yeah, there's no difference.
Well, left on pull, so all everything lines up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Three, two, one.
Did I echolocation out?
Three, two, one.
Echolocation. Ready to line of sight. LOS now.
Three, two, one. Three, two, one.
The location, watch out. Good ready line of sight. Line of sight now. Doing great so far, guys. Alright, we're in the second phase. Try to stay grouped.
One.
Dodge the discs on the ground. And then line of sight whenever we tell you to, which you should generally just try to stay in line of sight the whole time anyway, because it's not that hard.
Yeah, don't worry about damage here, it won't do any good.
I recommend a top-down view for this. Line of sight now. Get ready again. Line of sight right now. Alright, back to phase one.
Three, two, one. Three, two, one.
Get echolocation out. Line of sight. Line of sight, line of sight. Back on boss.
Three, two, one.
I promise those 2 extra casts aren't worth it.
Good job.
Empty chamber is ours. But I suspect Nathrius has retreated.
Are anybody's main stats verse mastery?
There is a passage beyond the kennels that leads down into the castle's underpinnings. From there,
Yes, the face cam is back. Would you look at my stupid face?
To have any chance against Nathrius, we must
I also have boots that I can trade, but we'll let you roll for that first.
We must take to reach them.
Yeah. So is that cloak bis for anybody? Judici?
Are there Driss, is yours up as well?
Yeah.
There are 2 cloaks versus mass.
Yeah, it's versus one of my best stats, but mastery is not. It would be an upgrade for me, but I will pass to anyone for whom verse mass is ideal.
Yeah. So Judici, if mastery and versatility are your best, then that cloak is an eye level upgrade and a stat upgrade. Does anybody else have mastery, versatility as their main stats? Alright, just gonna go to Judici.
I think there's also an additional one.
There's a second one as well.
And stand still, Drew, to see once.
I think that one should go to Ansem then. If you
No,
can
we should
work
roll.
fertility. Okay.
If it,
Well,
I mean,
if there's two.
if they're actually good stats, please roll.
Yeah.
Oh, indeed, dude. My mother loves me a lot. That's all that matters, right? As long as your mom's happy. Unless your mom's a bitch, then, you know, maybe not. Mine's not. She's fantastic, and I love her.
Anybody else?
Closing the roll here on the cloak in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm definitely feeling the effects of not having Shadow Focus. Holy cow.
Is that Drist had the other one? Is that right?
Yep. I have a pair of plate boots. Plate boots. They are haste mastery. If you need plate boots that have haste mastery, please roll.
I don't know why I popped evasion there. Kind of silly of me.
Those are my stats, but it's an eye level downgrade.
Same with me.
Do we have all the rolls out of the way?
Give it another 5 seconds here. No one for these Crusader Greaves?
If they're good for you at all, go ahead and roll.
If you would use them, go ahead and roll. They're haste mastery.
An upgrade for anybody.
So we can advance to the lower levels of the castle.
Rolling out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. They are going to get disenchanted for raid enchants.
Disenchant if you need.
You have so many people who can, I'm glad.
Can't believe we ran into that. Alright, so Huntsmaster, actually pretty easy fight with all the nerfs they did, plus we are a lot better geared than we were the first time we came here. So this should be a pretty easy one-shot fight, so long as everybody does the mechanics right. You can pretty much blue stack for this fight on top of ranged and then on top of melee. He's going to cast out, I think they're called Sin Seekers, so they're going to be big red lines, or big red arrows on the floor originating from the boss. If you get these, stand still. If you get the big red arrows pointing at you from the boss, stand still, and everybody else will move out of the way. The only time you would move with this is if you're on top of somebody else that also has a red arrow, in which case you would move a little bit until you're not overlapping each other, and then everybody else would get out of the way. This will also give you a dot, which you can remove if you're if you have any kind of like immunities, removals, or if you have the Kyrian files of Serenity. There's a 3-stage, kind of a 4-stage, but mainly 3-stage fight. The first one is going to be each pet that he has. Margor is the first one. He's going to do a lunge attack on a ranged or melee player or healer. Not the tanks, really. It's going to cause a large swirly circle to appear around one of our players. That is a soak mechanic. Ideally, like a third of the raid or a fourth of the raid would jump into it. Honestly speaking, it's not worth the time to calculate how many people should get into it. The bleed that it does is temporary and not really... What was that?
I don't even think it does a bleed on normal.
Oh, it may not even do a bleed. In which case, yeah, just everybody stack in it. If you're melee, stack with the melee. If you're ranged, stack with the ranged. If it's not near you, don't really worry about it. Somebody will stack. But you have to stack. If we see people that are right next to somebody and they don't stack, that's a big no-no. And that's pretty much the mechanics for Margor. Second one's going to come out. It's called Barghest. He is going to cast Rip Soul on the tank, which is going to cause a shade or an apparition of that tank to be ripped out from the tank's current location. So the tank's going to walk away from the Huntsmaster with Barghest. When the soul comes out, the soul is going to walk towards the Huntsmaster, and the healers are going to top it up as fast as possible. So when a tank yells Rip Soul, target the thing that comes out of him, and heal it up as quick as possible before it reaches the boss, because if it doesn't and it hits the boss, it's pretty much a wipe. At the same time, immediately after that Rip Soul, there's going to be an ad that comes out that's called the Shade of Barghest. Hunters and mages, you're going to want to use your incapacitates, your long-term CCs, not stuns, not fears, not anything like that, in order to stun it. Nobody attack it. Nobody attack it. If you attack it and it gets out of the CC and it gets its cast off, it's a wipe. So if we see anybody attacking it, that means pets, that means random AoE, anything like that. You have to try your damnedest to not let anything hit it, and it needs to be CC'd until the tanks call for the Barghest to be blown up, which will take some time, so they need to be CC'd for like a good minute and a half. So don't touch them, don't even acknowledge that they're there, just keep all of your damage away from it until it's time to switch.
We're just going to add one little bit there. Mages, you have the only 0 cooldown long-term CC, so you are the gatekeepers of that ad. If it gets broken, you got to resheep it right away.
And then once we blow it up, if you have any short-term stuns, we're going to be using it while we're damaging it to keep it from getting its cast off. But don't use that until we're actually damaging it.
Keep polying it like in the middle while we're damaging it, even though it'll break because it'll reset the cast. It'll be range only to blow that up.
Yeah. And then the last pet is Hikitus. This one is going to do a lot of raid damage whenever he moves, which will be every once in a while. I think the tanks are pretty much stagger walking this, so that way it does a little bit of damage, and then it stops, a little bit of damage, and it stops. He's also going to cast an AoE on our DPS or healers. If you get a circle around you that's kind of like brown, you need to move, or yellow, something, you need to move immediately to the edges of the map, preferably the same side that our healers are on, so that way you don't go line of sight or too far at the healers. We're mainly going to be all of our players are mainly going to be on this side of the map where we're standing now, closer to the entrance. So if you put it up against this back wall, you're generally going to be in range of a healer at all times. Like I said, you can pretty much loose stack for this whole fight. There's no real big reason to move all the way around the map unless you're dodging a Sin Seeker or something like that. And that's pretty much Cutis. Once the debuff on you wears out, it's going to drop something on the floor that stays permanent, which is why you don't want to drop it in the middle of the map. So if we see you drop it in the middle of the map, then, you know, that's the deal. Don't. And then once the Cutis goes down, the poor Huntsmaster's all by himself, and he's a fucking laughingstock, so we'll just burn him down, and that's the fight. Anybody have any questions, or did I miss any mechanics? Oh, so the damage is shared. They share a health pool, so if you can cleave, do it. It doesn't really matter which one you attack. Any damage you do to Margor will be done to Huntsmaster, and vice versa. So if you have a multi-dotting class, a cleave class, use it. It doesn't matter who you hit, unless one is out of range, in which case, obviously hit the one that's in range. Alright, perfect.
You want the arrow people to, like, stand still, and then everyone else move out of it?
Yep, if you get a big red arrow pointing at you, stand still. If you have DBM, it'll also tell you that you have it. Just stand still, everybody else will get out of your way, unless you are stacked on another person that also has a big arrow, in which case you move a little bit. You're not stacked on top of each other, and then everybody else is to move out of your way. So if you see a big red arrow and it's not on you, move out of the way. It'll do a line projectile outward away from the boss. So don't be behind the person that has it, don't be in front of the person that has it. Just move to the left or right of the person that has it, and you'll be good.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you sound beautiful.
Like barely unplugged. So yeah, the only thing is for healers, Iron Bones is gonna have the Rip Soul, so you're gonna want to put your heals into him before the Rip Soul happens.
I'm also expecting the 20-second cooldown on AMS, so I should have it for most of the Rip Souls.
Sweet.
All right, thank you.
And were we lusting on Hakutis?
No, were we lusting on third or second?
We usually lust
on third.
Alright, we're lusting in third phase.
I'm not sure if that's correct, but that's what we usually do.
Since we're healer light, we'll lust there. That way it helps smooth damage.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The hunt begins.
Mainly make sure you go to the far side, range stay on the near side, spread out horizontally.
Margor, Make them
Soak. Soak with them.
This boat has your name.
Sunseeker people don't move. Everyone else get out of their lines.
If you can immunity the bleed, please do.
Call it though.
Make them bleed.
Soak.
Soak.
Nothing escapes my
Alright, phase 2. Healers listen for the Rip Soul call out. Once the Shade of Barghest is up, make sure we long-term CC it. Do no DPS to it at all.
Alright, moving. Rip Soul's coming out. You ready? Rip Soul, Rip Soul, Rip Soul.
Heal it up, healers.
It's gone. Shade's
All right.
coming out.
CC only the Shade. CC only the Shade. CC only the Shade.
This boat has your name on it.
Is that a turtle?
Next Rip Soul, next Rip Soul, next Rip Soul.
CC on the Shade now. Stop hitting it. Whoever's hitting it. CC again.
Is broken free. Need this soul healed up. Thank you.
Nothing escapes my
Gotta keep CC on that ad. I'm not sure what if you have a pet. Make sure your pets aren't hitting it. Whatever. It's broken.
Good job, mages.
I have enough boats.
Alright, all range DPS, turn and nuke the Shade. Turn and nuke the Shade now, Rip Soul. Bearing in mind you can keep interrupting it while it's casting. Next Shade is going up near the front, near boss. Pain, we're going to want to move back a little bit. There needs to be more CC at the front, thank you.
Sorry.
This boat has your
Pain, I picked up Huntsman, so that way you can grab Hectus. More CC on that Shade. I'm not sure who's hitting it or what's cleaving on it, but it's going to outstand.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Thank you. Pain, we're on your move.
Do we want lust?
Get those out. Get those out. Get those out.
Oh wait, yeah,
Right.
yeah, we do. We need to kill that Shade at some point as well.
Yep, it is. I was calling it at 70. It's almost at 70. Range, go ahead, swap to the Shade now and nuke the Shade. Alright, back on Hectus and Huntsman.
This boat has your name.
Remember not to be moving with Sunseeker. We'll move out of your way.
Get those out. Get those out. Get those out.
Alright.
That's the fight. Nuke him down.
This boat has your name on it.
All right, pretty clean, except for whoever the fuck was hitting the Shade.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if it was pets or warlock pets, like, or what was hitting it, man. I was trying to figure out what was. I don't know if it was a trinket proccing that was close enough. Not sure.
We'll hit the logs and figure it out.
Yeah. If
It
it's a,
might have been
Say.
I was trying to CC it with Hibernate, actually, now that I think about it.
yeah, if it's a trinket or something like that, we'll need to work around that. I mean, I didn't see pets on it. That's the thing. So I really don't think.
Yeah, I didn't see anything obvious. I didn't see like.
It's if it yeah I didn't the one that was closest. It's possible it got procced with a disease on it. And
I didn't see any like weird spell interactions or anything.
Oh, that's purgatory. I love Blizzard geometry. It looks like I should be in the Plague, but I'm not in the Plague. Hills, man.
It's great until it works the other way.
Yeah.
You were only standing 4 feet outside the circle. You need to be 6 feet.
Right.
On this specific circle. Not that one. Those ones over there, you're fine. But this specific one, yeah, you weren't far enough away from it.
Miss, do you want to start talking about the next fight?
There was a item up for roll, I think.
What was it?
Where was it? Oh, the haste
Neck
mastery
clubs.
neck.
It's a lot of mastery.
Yeah,
Did anyone want to roll on it?
Is it biz for anybody?
Yeah.
Seeks to sate its envy
Well, I don't know about it.
upon the
Biz
Yeah,
stat.
Biz stats is all I mean.
Yeah.
For me, it would be a
Let's
petty
find it
upgrade.
again.
Dispatch this creature before it grows even stronger.
All right, so while we're clearing trash, this next one is pretty easy. Ranged will be stacking moderately close to the boss on a marker that we set. Melee will be doing the same. Only time that we're ever going to really change spots is if a tank gets a thing, which I'll explain more after we kill these.
Watch the blue circles, they bad. I got Lawman on the win with the rolls there. Is that right?
Yeah, I saw him with the highest with 42.
All right, Hunger Devour, easy beans. We'll have the leads put the markers down. Tanks are going to be in one spot. We tried splitting melee, but that was with a smaller group. All melee are going to stack together behind the boss, immediately to the left, while the tanks are going to stack on the right. And then ranged will be stacking moderately close to the boss, but not super close, just for in case we need somebody to walk up. The main mechanic of this fight is he's going to cast a light blue circle on several players at a time permanently throughout the thing. So it'll switch. So it's going to be permanently up. It's not going to be the same people every time, but it'll be permanently on somebody throughout the entire fight. So somebody's going to have it at any given point throughout this fight until he dies. The little blue circle, people need to stack in. At least 4 people need to stack in. If there's more than one person in each group, i.e. melee or ranged, you kind of want to make like a Venn diagram, kind of. You don't want to be stacking on top. You don't want to have the circles overlapping the other person that has it, but you can overlap the circles so that way people can stand in between you guys and you can leech off of them. The thing with these light blue circles is that if you have it, you can't get healed, but you'll leech off of people around you. The leech isn't that bad, and it's not going to like kill people if you leech off of everybody at the same time, but you need at least 3 people to stay... Is it 2 people? Or 3 people to stay stable?
3 people to get the leech.
Okay, so you need 3 people to actually heal through the raid damage, because it'll constantly just do unavoidable raid damage the whole time. So you need to be within range of people. So if you have these light blue circles and we see you running away from the group, you're wrong. Don't do that. There will be dark blue circles that will appear, and the radius of those circles is going to be based on your current health. So if you have any self-healing or anything when that goes out, you can actually make those circles smaller by healing yourself. And that'll make it easier to spread and not hit anybody. Once again, just don't overlap your circle over top of somebody else that has a circle. The circles themselves can overlap like a diagram, but you don't want to overlap the people inside of them. and he'll be doing Volatile Eruption, I think is what it's called. It's very hard to see because everything in this fight is blue, and then the chevrons on your head are blue. So if you have DBM, it'll alert you and let you know that you have it. If you have these, try to move out because it's not as easy to see as Sinseeker. Honestly speaking, the reason we're stacking so tight is so that way people with it can just move away from their group in order to have it launch off into nowhere. For melee, it's very imperative that you stay as stacked as possible and range within reason. Don't stack the circles right on top of each other. Make like the Venn diagram, but we want to be in a fairly tight group, and the range also want to be a fairly tight group, so people with the volatile eruption or whatever it's called can just move out of the group, have their thing go off, and then get back into the group. That's going to be the easiest way to dodge all these lines. So it's a projectile coming straight out of the boss, and if you get hit with it twice, you die, and that's it. So don't even want to get hit with it once. So anybody that gets hits with it or dies, we know that you were in the right spot, or that the person that had it didn't move out. So it's very imperative that you move out when you have it. The other big thing is like common sense. He's going to have a huge cast circle around him. You just get out of it. Just don't be in it, and then go back to damaging when it's done. Like, I don't even need to tell you what it is because it's so obvious. So if anybody's inside of that circle when it goes off, you're dumb. It's like literally the easiest thing in the world. That's the fight. That's the whole fight on normal. Did anybody have any questions? Or did I miss anything?
The circle that everybody has to get out of, the further away you are, the less health he gets back from you. Doesn't matter if you're right outside of it. If you can get further away, you should.
And
For range, which way did you say to take the volatile ejection?
Just out of the group. I don't know why we have 4. I don't know why those are there. Who did the raid markers?
I did the raid markers. That's like the line. You want to be behind that. You want to be at that line and then behind it because I don't know if you touched on consume yet, but that's the that was the
you gotta go
runaway
way
one.
farther than that for consume.
Right. That's like the okay. That's going to be the minimum line.
Yeah, just put a spot where the range should loosely stack, and then put the other marker behind the boss for the melee, and then your guys' tank slot, and it'll be good. So if you have volatile ejection, you're gonna want to be not in line with any of the other players. So if you're ranged and you guys are loosely stacked around the circle and you get volatile ejection, you need to run either way over here, but not in line with one of the tanks. Preferably, you're going to run this way because the melee is going to be on the other side of the boss, and this way you have the least chance of hitting somebody that may be slightly out of position. If you're way out of position, then you're dumb and you deserve to die. So once again, if you're ranged and you get the volatile eruption on you, which is going to be blue chevrons above your head, and DBM will do a call out, run super fast over here. It's a very quick cast, so don't waste time. Don't finish your cast. One over here, let it go off, and then go back to your spot. There may be sometimes 2 people that have it in range, in which case you need to not stack on each other, but still move off into this area here, and that just means the lines go off into space and nobody gets hit, and you move back into it. Super easy. Melee, same thing. If you get it, you're going to want to move to the side that the tanks aren't on and out of the melee group, which is why melee you want to be, for the most part, fairly tightly stacked, but not trying to overlap the circles on top of each other. So the name of the game is loose stack, move out of volatile eruption, and then get away from consume, and then go right back to your spots. Super easy. We should one-shot this. It should not be hard.
Are you guys lusting on pool?
Yes, this is a one-phase fight, so lust on pool.
And Pain will pick up first.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah, not like last week where we forgot to lust.
Yeah, make sure melee you run all the way around to the back of the boss where we're all going to be standing on X.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Melee, get on X. Beam's going out now.
Three, 2, 1.
Alright, spread, and then get back to your spots when this is done. Alright, back to your spots. Loose stack, loose stack.
Pain, I'd like to hold, if you'll let me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Beam's coming out, get ready.
2, 1.
At 10, pick them up, please.
If you do not have beam, you will stack on your spots.
Three, two,
Let's spread.
1.
Beam coming out in 5. Make sure you're on your markers. Get the beams out. Do not overlap each other's beam. Good job, nobody died. Everybody get out.
3,
Run as far away as you can, all the way to the gate.
Keep stacked inside these circles. They don't go away during this phase. Alright, go back to boss. Beam's coming out soon, so make sure that you are clear. That was not a good placement for beam.
3, 2, 1.
Can you hold for a little, Holy?
Spread. Back in.
3, 2.
Beam's coming out in 3 seconds. Make sure you're on your markers. Get beams out now.
Three, 2, 1.
Light spread. Beams coming out. Watch out. Make sure you're on your markers. Get beams out now.
3, 2, 1.
Run away. Oh, it's my bad. Holy shit. Back in. Beam's coming out, so make sure you move to your spots as quick as possible.
Hands down.
Get paint up. Beams out. Beams out. Beams out.
3, 2, 1.
Pain, I'm good. Just make sure you're topped up and ready. Melee, if you can move a little bit closer to X, that'd be appreciated.
Fred? Top paint up, thank you.
2, 1.
Watch out.
Stack with that, Grumps? Oh, never mind. No, stack with that, Grumps. You don't have it yet. Alright, get the beams out. Get the beams out. Good job.
Well done, mortals. The enema stores
Only
lie
one death
ahead.
to beams.
Nice shoulders, grats everybody.
Mine are for roll.
Link them in the instance or raid chat. Anybody's main stats for plate crit haste?
Main stat, no. Haste is a good stat, but if someone needs crit haste, they should take it first.
This is mainly crit.
Yep.
Yep, so it looks like it's not a main upgrade for anybody, so anybody that will get use out of that except for enchanters, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, enchanters, you don't get loot. Suck it.
Hug this corner. We don't want to pull these guys yet.
If it's a main stat upgrade and you're an enchanter, fuck you.
I know a passage that leads back to the antechamber.
We're not killing Darkbane while we're here.
Yeah, why wouldn't we?
Yeah, we can. I have no problem with it.
Ugly.
This is a good fight to make people aware of mechanics, and we've geared past it. I mean, not over-geared it, but I think it's easy. Anybody else for these shoulders? Epaulets of overwhelming force. I've rolled a 58. If anyone else wants to roll, you have 5, 4, 3.
Someone else roll. I don't want to give them to him.
Thanks.
Clear and trash.
Still can trade with me.
Yeah, we'll wait till we're rip out the
Yeah.
boss.
Pay attention to what these ads do. There's actually a bit of a mechanic that you're going to be doing in the boss fight here.
This is the soak mechanic here. The red circle on the ground.
I want to be clear that if you see that, get in it. Only need one person in it. But stop what you're doing and get in it.
You only need one, but 2 is better than 0.
Can we swap pain? I've got 2 stacks of the debuff.
4 is alive.
Hunter team soak, yeah.
So that red puddle on the ground that you saw that you guys soaked, we're going to be calling those bottles. So if you see us here, if you see us here, say bottles, look for that shit on the ground, and if nobody's standing in it, go stand in it. So that big red circle on the ground?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you get that, and you can still move, you're going to want to walk towards the boss, because once that despawns, it's actually going to spawn and add. These the circles that you see on the ground back there, if you didn't see them, they're red glowing orbs. You're going to have to cut those with a line. We'll get to that in a bit. But the big swirly circle that you get around you, once again, bring that to the boss, because it's going to spawn and add where you're at, and the ad doesn't move, and it's got to be cleaved down. It's actually got to be focused down. So Sailor move, if this is a boss fight, you want to walk right up next to the bosses.
You don't want to walk so close that all the melee get hit with the red.
Yeah, you want to drop it next to it, but not on top of the melee.
He was about in the right spot there.
Yeah, we can move the boss easy in this fight.
There will be a part where you'll get that and you won't be able to move. If you call it out on Discord, I will make you able to move.
Okay.
Yeah. So make sure your mic works so that way you can do that and you can do these callouts.
By unleashing this anima into the maw. Surely even a sick.
All right. So are we going to have somebody else do the valves, or is this going to be me and someone else again?
I'll do the left side, and Beryl can do the right side.
Okay, perfect. So that kind of makes it easy for the rest of you because you don't have to worry about that stuff. So each of these things that you see, the 4 markers, they're going to fill up throughout the fight. She's going to focus on one during each phase, so this is technically kind of like a 4-stage fight. She's going to rapidly fill up the one she's focusing on, and as it gets to 33%, it's going to add a different mechanic to one of her 4 abilities, and then at 66%, it'll add another effect. So we want to get her, and she'll switch her focus every 25% health. So we're going to want to phase her pretty quickly through these, so that way none of these things get filled up past 66% for a long time. I don't know what the first one does, honestly speaking. The mechanic kind of does itself.
The first one's the tank one. You really won't notice it very much. It's something that we have to deal with the debuff she puts on us, and it affects healers because at 33% there's the one where you share damage with somebody else.
So for the most part, DPS don't need to worry about that. You're just going to be focusing on getting her through the next phase. The main thing that you are going to worry about for the most part that's going to be happening throughout the fight is the bottles, which are going to be the small red circles on the ground that look like they have a reverse funnel coming out of them. That means you need to soak it. So once again, if you see a small red circle on the ground and nobody's in it, walk into it. Look out for the word bottles, and then look at the ground. If you see something, step in it. Easy as that. If we see someone next to it that's not stepping in it, then you're the dilla don't. Secondly, there's going to spawn 3 pulsing red orbs that are kind of floating in the air just above the ground. They're going to be kind of connect like a big triangle, and then 3 people are going to get knocked back. If you get knocked back and you don't know why the fuck you got knocked back, in a few seconds you're going to have a line that's going to be connecting you and 2 other players. You're going to need to position with those players to have your line pass through one of the balls. So you're essentially going to be making your own triangle that intersects the orbs that are on the ground. It sounds kind of complicated, but once you do it, it's easy. Essentially, one person just move to one of the orbs, so that way one of you goes on one of the 3 orbs, and then position yourself so that way the lines go through each of the orbs. They have to be intersected at the same time, and like after a second, they'll disappear. While those orbs are up, they do a shit ton of raid damage, so don't dick around and cast a bunch of spells and then move. You need to move into position immediately with the 2 other people that have it, pet the orbs, and then get back to DPSing. As the vial for it fills up, eventually those orbs may start spinning around, and they'll have a line coming out of them, and they'll do a lot of damage to people that are in it. So if you see those orbs go out and you're close to one of the lines, or close to where someone's going to be moving with one of the lines, you got to really try to move out of the way, because they're not going to move out of the way for you. They got to get to their spot. And then the ad, once again, if you get that big round circle around you, you're going to want to try to move close to the boss, because we're going to need to cleave the ad that spawns out of it. If you get rooted during that, which is when the vial fills up past a certain percentage, that spell will now root you. You need to call it out and then call it your name and then say that you're rooted, so that way they can move up to the boss. The ad is the priority. Like every other fight you've ever done, the ad needs to die fast. In Heroic, there'll be a second ad that needs to be interrupted, but we don't need to worry about that now. Right? This is the one that doesn't interrupt. This is one that just hits a tank, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so no interrupt order. Don't need to worry about it. Just nuke it down once the ad's up, and then go back to the boss. Cleave it if you can, multi-dot, whatnot. And I think we lust in, what, 3rd phase?
At 50%.
Yep.
Okay, man, so we'll lust at 50%. So if you have any 3-minute cooldowns, don't use them until lust. 2-minute cooldowns, I think, are okay. And then Barreled and Anzim will take care of emptying and filling up these vials. But just so that you guys know, we'll be emptying the canister that she's going to just before she moves to it. And then after she focuses a new canister, we'll be emptying the other one, because it's going to be filled way the fuck up. And that's pretty much the mechanic. It's not really that hard. It just takes some coordination between the boss's health and what she's moving to next. Did I miss anything? And does anybody have any questions?
I just want to clarify, Anzim, you're grabbing Diamond X, Barreled's square triangle.
It's backwards, but we got it. Don't worry about us.
That's fine. I just want to make sure for my records, so that way as I'm looking at the raid, I know who's where.
This is my favorite fight to be in a raid with Barreled, because you'll just see him disengaging across the map the whole time.
Yeah, it's fun. Oh, also the boss takes like 3 seconds to move at first. So if you're melee, just walk up and smack her until she moves. That's it.
Do you still want me to do Diamond at 60%, Ansel?
I'm not sure if it'll play the same with 22 people, but probably. I'll try to keep an eye on it and help you out.
Okay.
And Pain will pick up first again. I think.
Stealing all my thunder. Yeah, you can have first.
Your armor kits.
You can see who got upgrades.
Or had their armor kit fall off.
See.
I don't think any chest pieces dropped, so.
I got one, but I haven't enchanted it yet, so I didn't swap.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will rend your soul!
Bottle's coming out. Hook him up.
One per circle if possible.
Get ready for beams. If you get knocked back, you got it.
I would enjoy wrenching the sin from you.
Clicking first anima.
Good job on that. Our bottles are coming out. Watch your feet.
3, 2, 1.
Clicking square.
Soak those, soak those. Bottles coming out again, watch your feet. Soak those.
Damage panel looks about the same barrel, so 60% still sounds good.
Okay.
Connect the beams, connect the beams.
I'm gonna drain purple.
And bottled anima, watch your feet, soak these, soak these. Move that up, move that up.
That's good.
Melee, watch out, melee, watch out. Bottled anima going out, soak those up. Everybody else switch to add.
Pain will swap.
Soak to kill add, kill add.
Clicking triangle.
3, 2, 1. Go for lust.
Soak beams going out.
Let me know when I need X.
Soak the bottle anima, soak the bottle anima.
Get X now.
Get X.
1.
Bring that up, melee, watch out.
Your sin's torment will last.
Up. Beams going out, everybody else kill add.
Sounds good. I picked her up.
Connect the beams.
I will crush your heart.
Bottled anima, soak these.
Barreled, can you release diamond?
Yep.
I will crush your heart. I would enjoy wrenching the
Beams.
sin from you.
Connect the beams. Switched.
3, 2, 1.
Never mind, no she didn't.
Alright, this should be the one where whoever gets the deep
Soak these.
rooted.
Kill add, kill add, kill add. And kill boss 2.
Clean, guys.
Very good job.
I have failed you.
GG's all. As we run through the next area, make sure you take a moment to stop and repair.
Did they get Sire down in Mythic yet?
No.
They got to the secret phase.
Yeah.
The Stoneborn were permitted to use
Don't tell me.
roots to see to our master's demands.
You don't want to know about Redacted?
Butcheries I have witnessed.
Repair here. Talk to Rendell.
I'll give someone's left eye to see
Okay.
the realms you've seen. When you get 8, then fancy sure you already know.
We do an artificer next.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
I'll throw down a feast before we start that, since we've done well.
Your reward.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be the good one?
Nope.
Yeah,
This is normal.
that's fair. Ah, the mines.
So save your judgment, cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change.
Anzum and Dill and Grumps, the Maldraxi people. Do you ever feel excited when you see that green text pop up? Like, wow, I'm getting a lot of green BOEs.
Malleable flesh.
Yeah, then it's just malleable flesh. It's like, oh.
Yep.
As a general rule, I don't get excited for green BOEs. I don't know.
I do. It's money.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
We just killed Sire.
Yeah, okay.
On Mythic.
Old first guild. We were practicing offline.
Are you selling runs yet?
We disenchanted all your or all your best in slot gear.
Yeah.
Dude, I would cry so much.
We gave it to the new Fire Mage, ban it.
We gave it to a guy who could keep a spec.
Yeah, we got this new mage named Deluvitar.
Deluvitar. But the U's not messed up. That's the dream.
Hey, thanks, buddy. I'm really not. I should be top of the meters for the boss fights, but I'm skipping a few globals to talk about mechanics.
I can't wait to get to council.
As long as the raid does good, I'm happy though.
It's gonna be fun with a big group.
Once I don't have to call these things anymore, I'll be able to fuck all the demons charts.
Fun? But what definition?
Talk about Parsley.
We'll feel good when we kill it.
Yep.
That guy sucks.
That guy does suck.
Joke's on you as a lady.
Yep.
Shadow Zul.
That was a
Sorry,
sister
that
right
bitch
there.
sucks.
That's derogatory.
Yeah.
I mean, don't shame her.
She's a strong woman.
Damn right.
Who clearly needs a sire. I don't know how strong she is. To be fair.
Interesting.
Oh, line of sight pulls pain. You should just reroll Death Knight. You can just grip them in.
Sire the Nathrius' private collection, gathered over eons from across the Shadowlands.
Yeah, but I can't do top DPS as a.
No, that's true. No, you can't. That's not what we're designed to do.
Summoning soon, please click.
Yeah, if we can get just 2 DPS back there to help finish that, so we get just back in here. Alright, Payne, I'll take the right 3.
Watch the ground for blue shit. They're called seeds. Don't let them touch you.
Yep, stay out of other people's seeds.
Thank you, Rob.
Seeds?
Seeds down. Seeds down. Watch out.
Seeds, seeds, seeds.
Black Gale.
Need that.
Seeds.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Good job. Alright, so Zymox. Fun fight. Fun fight. Actually, very fun, but don't lose sight of the mechanics, because if you fuck them up, they actually are pretty detrimental. Throughout the fight, people will be marked with tears, or rifts, or something. Rift tear. Tear rift? I think you're thinking with portals. Anyway, you're gonna glow bright. You're gonna glow bright white. Going to be tanked on Skull. If you are melee, you will stack behind Skull. You'll stack behind the boss. You'll stack there. No reason not to be. If you get the portal on you and you are melee, you will go stand on X, wait for the portal to drop, and then once you drop it, it'll teleport you to where the other one is. The other person that has the portal, the other person that's glowing bright white, if you are ranged, which you will be, you're going to go run to this orange circle for the first 2 phases, which is all the way down to like 33% or something like that. Or 40, I don't know. Anyway, we'll tell you when to not stand there, but throughout pretty much the entire fight, if you're ranged and you get the portal, go run back and stand on circle. It'll automatically teleport you to where the melee one is, and vice versa for the melee guy. You'll be transported here. Just go back to the boss. The main mechanic during this is that for the first phase, after the portals are down, a few seconds later, he's going to spawn a bunch of green little ghosties. We're going to call them specters or ghosts or spirits or bad guys, whatever. Run away from them if you're fixated. DBM will tell you if you're fixated, but also look for green eyes above your head. If you have those, find out where that line is. Run away from the line, preferably towards the portal that's in the other direction. And wait for... Don't enter it. By the way, the rift portals have a really big hitbox, so don't like accidentally go through it. Especially in the third phase, or the second phase, with the seeds. Very important. So don't even kind of head in its general direction unless you're ready to go through it. But stay away from the ghosties. Once they get close to you, hop through a portal. It won't follow you through the portal, so it's gonna have to slow boat back to you all the way across the room. Once it despawns, go back to DPS and the boss. You cannot interact with these vectors at all. You can only run away from them. So if one is in between you and the closest portal, run to the other portal. They're not that fast, but they will catch up to you if you're slow. If they catch you, they mind control you, and then we have to hit you, and that's just a loss of DPS, and that's not optimal. And that's not Mythic Raider shit, so don't do that. So don't. The second phase, we'll call it out. We're gonna have people that are gonna run to the sides of the room that are fast. So probably Odysseus and Azimuth, you're probably going to be selected to pick up these seeds on the ground. One's going to spawn right next to melee. If you are that person, what you're going to do is you're going to pick up that seed by right-clicking it. You're going to hold it and walk through the portal, which is going to be placed once again kind of near orange. You're going to push it up against the wall, drop that seed, and then walk back to the portal, which will take you back to our X's, which will keep our moon. I guess we're... Which one's which?
What? The seeds get dropped off at circle.
Well, is moon the melee portal?
The melee portal is X. The moon is portal for phase 3.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so through the first 2 phases, circle and X are the drop points for the portals. Yeah, so the blue seeds are going to spawn on the ground. We're going to yell seeds. Best people are going to go run, pick up the one in melee, and then pick up the one on the left and the one on the right. And they're going to drop them off here at the entrance at the gate, kind of up as closest to the wall as you kind of can. You drop them by using the action button. Just literally drops it on the ground. Do not accidentally take the seed through the portal at the gate, because then you're going to drop it on everybody and then we die. It's very important that you avoid getting close to the circle portal, dropping it off to the left or the right of it, and then only walking through it once you are for sure you're not holding that fucking seed anymore. And then you can go through to safety, because those seeds are going to explode for like half the goddamn map, and it's really bad. We're going to keep doing that.
Up at like one of the columns so that I can't accidentally hit the portal if the portal's right on circle.
Yeah, one of the columns would be perfect. You know, even over here in this little corner would be fine. Oops. Even this little corner would be perfect. And then walk through the portal. And then for phase 3, there's going to be a big old massive sword that spawns in the middle of the room. Don't be underneath it, because it's going to drop down and kill people. I think it does damage when it falls down. We'll just pretend it does if it doesn't. Anyway, don't be there. And then once those portals spawn, this is only in phase 3. So once we call it that phase 3 is good and we're in it and they're not spawning seeds anymore, you are not going to drop the portals off in the same spot. And only in phase 3 will this change. Melee will drop it at moon, and ranged will drop it at square. And the reason for this is because every once in a while, the boss is going to cast a spell that causes a sword to suck everybody into it. It starts off not so bad. You're like, oh, I can run against this. And then it gets really, really hard. It sucks harder than someone that can suck the chrome off of a trailer hitch. Anyway, it sucks real bad, and if you don't have a movement or teleport ability, you will not be able to outrun it, in which case you're going to let yourself go, be sucked up real hard, and you're going to try to aim for the portal right before the explosion goes off, because then it's going to push you over at moon, and then you're outside of the explosion radius, which is perfect. So you got to kind of time it well. There's going to be a really easy indicator about when it's going to explode. There's going to be a red ring that's going to extend outward and fill up the radius of the damage zone. So once it reaches the outside portal and the whole zone is covered in red, that's when the explosion goes off. Try not to go through it too early, and then obviously definitely don't go through it too late.
All right, touch on some things. Yes, to Azimuth and Odie, Nignok, that is. Star and Purple Diamond are going to be where you're going. Nignok, you have Star responsibility. Azimuth, you'll have Diamond responsibility. Ryu, you will take the one in melee through the portal. So that way, those are our 3 people for seeds, and then everybody else can stay on boss.
And then every once in a while, you'll dodge beams, in which case there's going to be these white columns on the ground that are pretty easy to dodge. Don't stand in them, obviously. If you have a portal and a beam spawns on you, just sidestep it. Don't drop the fucking portal in front of the beam, because then the other person gets teleported to it, and then they get hit by the beam. So just sidestep the beam if you have the portal. Super easy.
If you've never carried a seed, you right-click it to pick it up. Then you get a boss button in the middle of your screen. That's the button you press to drop it.
Unless you've moved your interface, in which case that's where your boss button normally is, or the action button.
Wherever the boss button is, that's how you drop it. Make sure you drop it before you go back through the orange portal, or otherwise we'll all die.
You can drop the seed on the portal as well. It will not teleport through if you're not carrying it.
But for simplicity's sake, just drop it next to one of these columns or in these corners, and then walk through the portal yourself.
Yes.
Because if you fuck it up, we die.
Food, weapon oils.
Shit. Yeah, hold on.
Get food.
Last.
Okay.
There's people missing some weapon oil.
Oh, look at that. They updated the
You
ER.
can't tell. It doesn't show some of the sharpening stones. Like I'm looking at Dreep's screen, he's got a sharpening stone on, but it doesn't show up in the ERT.
Weird.
Is it on page?
I see them.
Yeah.
Are we lusting at the start?
5,
No.
Phase 3.
Okay, alright, good.
2, 1.
Wonderful.
Everyone should be stacked up right around triangle here.
On live targets. Mind your step.
Dodge beams.
Let us see if the legends of this relic are true. Destruction is guaranteed.
Watch spirits. If you're fixated, run away.
No mind controls. Good job, everyone.
Die together.
Portals on X and circle.
Mind your step.
Dodge beams.
You cannot bargain with death.
Thank you.
Infinite armies are mine to command.
Vectors, watch your heads.
Use this relic is killing me. Though it will more likely kill you.
We are in the seeds phase now.
Everyone remember your assigned seeds. Portals again are X and circle.
Mind your step.
Dodge beams.
Seeds are up. Seeds are up. Get them fast.
You cannot bargain with death.
Everyone else slide up to the north end of the room.
Yep, you're gonna want to
Do
be.
not go into the portal. You will die.
Oh shit. Oh, I teleport back just before the.
The walk beckons.
Next set of tears.
You cannot bargain with
Seeds
death.
sorry, portals.
Mind your step.
Dodge beams.
Seeds coming soon. Seeds. Get seeds.
Destruction
Everyone
is
slide to the north end
guaranteed.
of the room. Do not hit the portal.
I hope this wondrous item is as lethal as it looks.
Phase 3. Lusting in 3, 2, 1. Lust. New portal locations are Moon and Square. Square is right in the middle. Moon is tucked up in the corner on the north. Moon and Square, please.
Dude, go to square, go to square, go to square, go to square, go to square. That's the wrong one.
Absolutely the wrong place. That is not a square. Alright, this is going to be probably impossible. Try to run away as best you
Windrush
can.
totem. Roars. Anything you can to give people movement.
Sailor moves down.
Yeah, that's. It's not your fault.
Alright, good job recovering there. The square.
Dodge beams.
Blue, if that helps.
Destruction is guaranteed. Die together.
Thank you for lost.
Square and moon. Square and moon. That is
That is
not
circle, Bandit.
square
You want to be
either.
at the
Bandit, go to
sword.
square.
Nope.
Square's right in the middle of the room. Alright, everyone get fancy
Matt
again.
got roar.
Nope, I used it last.
Frick. Balance has roar now, right?
You cannot.
Jurida, you better be using your aura on this one when they get sucked in here. Grumps, me and you can just use.
I used it last time.
Oh, it's not up
Okay.
yet.
Marvelous.
Alright, we can finish it.
So if you need help with geometry, we can show you what shapes look like after this.
Sesame Street has some good lessons on it.
The walk beckons. You cannot bargain with death.
Thanks, Barreled.
I gotcha.
Show off.
I know what a square looks like.
You get an A+, Barreled A+. Other folks that don't know what a square is, I'm sorry, it's not a passing grade.
My bad, guys. I really fucked up.
And, it's first time can be kind of confusing, but yeah.
Red's coming.
Who was the warlock who put the gate down?
I think that was yeah. I heard him speak up in the middle of the fight.
Boy.
Yep, that was pro.
Congrats on everybody getting loot. Hope you guys are getting nice stuff.
Shit.
No, it's okay. You won't do it again. Just, you know, that's a fuck up you make once. It's not gonna happen again. It's all good.
Plus, it's nice to know that, you know, we can recover from that if needed by having stack.
By blowing all our movement abilities on the first one and then saving none for the second.
Exactly.
That's basically the way it goes.
Well, there's no way we're gonna mess it up twice in a row. Come on.
This is Ministry of Anarchy, boys. We're so pro.
I had Death
Our MO is slamming our head against the wall and still somehow coming out on top.
I had Death's Advance up for every single one. I don't know what's so tough. I'm a slow Death Knight.
Why don't you guys just be a Feral Druid and just outrun it naturally?
No.
You must have used yours earlier on the first one because mine wasn't on cooldown on the second one yet.
Yeah.
It was really close, but it was just not quite there.
Yeah, because it just negates the suck. So if you wait for like the first second or so of Annihilate when you can still naturally run against it, and then pop it the minute that you can't, like, that you're not gaining ground, it'll last throughout and then still be up by the next one.
Yeah, that's the issue I have. I waited until I was actually going into the circle and then popped it. Like, I didn't do it as soon as I was like losing ground on it.
Negate
I did
the
it as
suck is my new favorite. You're not doing it right phrase.
I don't know where these guys came from.
There's a lot of them coming.
Oh man, Rio rolled a 2 and I rolled a 4.
Somebody needs to roll a kill all these guys.
Yes, please. Ads in the stairwell. Thank you for pumping heals into me. My purgatory did proc. Never had to negate the suck before. I think Crux understands that, like the terminology of it. Yeah, like it's not dirty. It's
Had to embrace the suck too.
Yep.
Your job as an NCO is to negate the suck. Everybody else just embrace
All these
it.
mobs suck. None of them have dropped a BOE for me.
So
They
just
don't
those
blow.
2 rolls.
I believe so. 2 and a 4. So closing out the roll here on the breastplate of cautious
A win on a
calculation.
4 sounds like a DE to me.
Hey!
Yeah, pass that one here. I'll DE it.
All right, closing out the roll.
All right,
4
don't engage
scores.
these. These are not trash. These are the boss. This is a heal weird fight, so the healers are going to be pumping heals into Chaos losses up on that thing there. Every once in a while, a melee or 4 will be walking up to those pedestals at the front that you can click on. There's a channel. Don't go
Hey,
to one.
West.
Yeah.
Did you see chat?
No.
Oh, chat.
There is another feast up.
Are we doing a break right after this one?
Normally we would
right
break.
now.
Normally our break would be after this at 9:30, but I think it'd probably be better to break now, so that way we're not explaining coming back to it.
Whatever. We're on a roll.
We're still going to be on a roll, Kaiser baby.
All right, I guess it's break
10
time.
minutes.
We run tight breaks here. 10 minutes means 10 minutes, not 11 or 12, please.
It means being back and eating at the end of 10 minutes.
So not back. I put slow as fuck in your officer note.
If you need to leave, summon yourself before you go, so you can come back without anybody having to be here.
Pour water. I'm gonna go heat up some leftovers.
This is AoE fight too, if you need to respec while we have break.
Be aware that if you do go to respec, you need to make sure you bring a tome back. They are not provided for you.
Dill, you there?
Yes.
You want a death roll?
No.
Oh, does anybody want a death roll?
Yeah, I'll death row.
I speak for
Oh,
the raid.
hell yeah.
No.
I'm not fucking with you. Not this expansion.
Don't do it.
I learned my lesson with you, Pain.
I gotta learn my lesson the hard way.
Don't do it.
Alright, 10k.
Ready.
I'll do 10k.
Yeah, Drist will too.
Fucking idiots. That's all I have to say.
So what's that, 40k?
He just roped all of you. He just fucking got all of you. Oh, we'll just do a small one, 10k. As he's thinking, I'm gonna make 30k on this.
Errol, come over here. We gotta stand it.
Pain pill rolls a 1.
I would die.
Alright, Pain. You started 40k and we'll go clockwise.
I did, I set one up.
Go ahead, Barrel.
That's a devil number at the end of mine.
Oh, here we go. Let's go.
Oh. GG. Oh my god.
No!
Come on, guys. This is easy.
It sure fucking is easy.
Dill, you ever seen the movie The Color of Money? Tom Cruise, Paul Newman. 86. Listen, you're getting hustled.
Right.
He threw that one. All right.
So now that you got some money to spend.
See?
All I know is Pain was the only one that fucking paid up so far, boys.
What was it
Glad you got
taking?
some money to spend. We're gonna do a 50k roll.
No, 10k first. It was a 40k total. 10k.
No, give him 40k. That means you got 30k more in death rolls to go, right, Chris?
What? No. It's the first time Dill's taking my money. I always take it from him.
Do it every time I get the chance. I'll do it 50.
50? Deal.
50?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Too rich for my blood.
Pain pill rolls a 1.
Pain started off.
Okay, whatever.
Are you doing 50?
Yeah.
Alright, let's restart.
Oh,
Well,
God,
if it
no.
was 50, wouldn't it be 150?
You'd roll out of 100. Yeah, 150 now.
Yeah. Start over.
150.
No, 150k.
I gotta get my money back.
Crux, can we get a gate up together, please? Yeah, are you here? Can we get another portal up and call me?
Don't tell me both warlocks left. Yeah, both warlocks left the raid.
Well, Crux did summon himself back.
Yeah, he did.
Disregard that. Wrong button. Trying to click with my UI back on.
447.
Fuck you. I love you.
That kind of looks like a 1.
It's like a 1 with an extra bit.
It's a curse.
Let's see this. Come on, Bill.
Oh my!
I like this game. I like this game a lot.
So, Dill, 200,000.
Yeah, so Dill, now that you're up 130k,
I would do 100K.
I'm gonna regret this, but I'll do it. So leave me with 66k and a deal. I'll do it.
I'm out.
100K.
Yeah, you start.
Have somebody help me do something there.
I'm back.
Here we go.
Tell you what, Dill. I'll roll you for $20 Blizzard balance.
We'll see how this turns out then.
Roll you what?
$20 Blizzard balance.
But what's the point of the roll?
Blizzard balance would allow you to buy like a mouse or some shit like that from the store.
Gambling.
You're gambling.
Oh, you're just gambling with real money.
Yeah, yeah. In-game money is like not worth a token.
Oh.
That's icy.
For all the schmeckles.
Oh.
This is for all the schmeckles.
What are you just trying to? Are you trying to get the lowest score?
First person to one.
first to 1.
Woo! He's unstoppable.
Dill's the new pain pill.
He's on fire right now.
I can't take 100K from you, buddy. No, I can't take 100K from
He said he has 66k left. You could roll for another 66k.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me your POE.
This is why I don't gamble in real life. No, it's fine. Take my money. It's all in the game.
Last call for stuff.
I mean, that is the game. You just gotta plan out how much money you can afford to throw away for the fun of doing it.
Yeah. Summon Bill, please.
30.
Alright, I'm going strongest single target healing Bill.
It's too bad we only have 2 DKs for this.
I'm gonna go buy out everything on the auction house and repost it for 200 gold more.
No. 50 of it. 50K in the build bank.
Danny! Danny, are you here? Alright, I gotta put slow as fuck in his officer now.
Yep.
Use capital letters.
But I don't know what it is because I'm dumb. Oh, clap. Perfect. I don't. Oh.
You just walk right out the door. Don't want to do this anymore. Now I'm lost without you.
Danny.
Sorry.
Is that you, Danny? That Sailor Moo? Welcome back. All right, so this fight seems like it's really complicated, but kind of not. Just kind of kill the ads. Honestly speaking, the assassins will start casting Turn to Stone whenever they get to 30%. So kind of nuke them down if you see them. But honestly speaking, it's never been an issue before. But if we say assassins are low, swap to them and hard kill them before they can get the cast off. High Torture, the Dorithos will kind of just die, and so will the Violet Cultists and the passive AoEs. So, kind of order of things here will be Assassins when they hit 30%, and then everything else. Whenever we get some downtimes, ads are down, whatnot, 4 DPS will probably go up and touch those soul pedestals. It is a, just right click on it, it is a is it a yeah, it's a cast. So don't move when you're doing it.
It's a channel.
Channel, that's what it is. Channel. So don't move while you're doing it, and don't walk up to somebody that's already doing it and click on their thing, because it knocks them out. See somebody there, and they're all filled up, just go back to DPSing. And if you're not DPSing, look at your transmog or something until the ad spawns. I don't know. But whenever we do get all these ads down, there's going to be a big gargoyle guy that comes down. What's his name again? Stone something?
Gargoyle.
I'll tell you here in just a moment.
He's a big old gargoyle. He is DPS priority #1 while he's up.
Bound Vanquisher.
Vanquisher, yeah. So while he's up, he's pretty much the main focus until we get to phase 2, which we'll speak about in a second. But during the main damage phase, when it's kind of just ad killing time, we're also going to get a bunch of ads called Soul Infusers that will spawn on square and on triangle to our left and right. Make sure hunters and stuff know where that is. We will be CCing any of the ads that spawn over on square with long-term stuns and such to keep them still, and then DPS will be nuking down any of the ads that spawn at triangle. It's not even every time. Sometimes we'll get 1 on each side, maybe 2 on each side, maybe 3 on one, 1 on the other. So just keep an eye out for that. Nuke all of the soul infusers, stun them up, whatever you can do. But we're going to be DPSing triangle first, while any long-term stuns and incapacitates whatnot go out on the squares. Do not, for the love of God, knock any of the square people out of those incapacitates until we've dealt with triangle side. Once again, it's a deal of don't. Once we get to what percentage of health?
40.
40%. We'll go into the phase 2 where the floor becomes lava and it's not fun. During the stage, we're going to pretty much stack. Have we decided that we're just going to kite the phoenixes around and not even worry about killing them because they just respawn?
That's not what ours did.
That's what ours did.
So that's the mythic strat. Is everybody stacks up behind the boss, hard stack, and we focus down the ad while we kite the phoenixes around. I don't know if it's that easy. If we can do the same thing in normal, I would assume we can. But that's what mythic teams are doing. So we want to use that or not?
Do they fixate?
They do fixate, yeah. So we're constantly moving.
So whoever they're fixated on have to kite, or we all move.
We all move together as a group, because that will keep us out from being in front of the boss. If we stack hard,
let's try it.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hard stack on each other during phase 2. So whenever the shadow or shade or whatever of Kel'Thas comes out. Everybody Shade of Kel'Thas. Everybody hard stack behind boss. Tanks are going to move him around the map, and we're going to follow as tight as possible. Phoenix are going to be fixated on people. We're going to be moving around the map to stay away from them. We're going to be ignoring them and just focusing down the Shade of Kel'Thas and the Vanquisher that's probably also going to be up and following us around. There's also a soak in this phase. If we're already all stacked up, guess what? That mechanic's easy. So don't fuck around in that phase. Everybody hard stack. Casters, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to get a whole lot of cast off during this phase, but it's better than dying and fucking up the phoenixes. And then
never be in front of the boss.
And never be in front of the boss, because they'll do a massive clear that one-shots you. So that's why we're going to be hard stacked behind the boss while the tanks kite him around. And then we go back to the other phase and repeat. And that's it. That's the fight. It's actually pretty easy. Ads are gonna spawn, they're gonna die. The main one you need to worry about is focusing on the Vanquisher, and then the Soul Infusers when they're up. It's gonna be easy, we'll call them out. Otherwise, hard stack phase 2, and we'll be golden.
I did want to ask, healers, Dill or Lavania, which one of you are going to be grabbing the
I think Dill. Yeah, I think I might have more throughput with statue.
That's what I just wanted to make sure. Healers, make sure if you see the orbs down, you don't click them when the soul infusers die.
Yep.
We're not missing a healer? I thought we had 5.
We've had 4 all night without Goose.
You guys are fantastic, and I love you. Okay, that's the fight. Anybody have any questions?
Dill and Lavinia, you guys focus mostly on Kel'Thas, and me and Savior can handle almost everything else.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Hunters, you're going to be when we call soul infusers, your first priority is to look at blue and throw out traps, slow traps, and freeze traps, anything you can, freeze them up, while the rest of us deal with triangle.
Also, there will be AoE cast on random DPS. If you get a red circle around you, step out of the group, then come back in once it's done, because it'll explode and kill people. Get that. Don't
I think
kill us.
Larry just DC'd.
I heard him join us back. He's back in here in Discord.
Larry and Barry. Oh no.
Wow.
Listen, man, this raid is good enough that it's bringing me back to like old school Naxxramas type vibes, right? Like not classic, mind you, Lich King. That was my jam, and that's what we used was Vent. So
Remember when this guild had an event?
I was not around when this guild had event.
As an
All
option.
right.
I
Larry's
remember
good.
when
We're
this
going.
Payne just said 1 second.
This
Damn
is
it, Pain.
This is weapons free. Were we lusting first phase 2 or second phase 2?
If I have a vote, my vote is first phase 2 because that one always
5, probably.
Yeah, if we make that fast, second phase 2 should be easier.
Cool. So we're gonna be lusting during the first phase 2. So once he gets to 40% health, we'll be lusting there. So that
Yeah,
should
you'll hear me yell that the shade's out because I get loud in this fight.
As soon as I see the shade, I'll pop the army.
Payne, are you good? I'm gonna grab the 3 ads up here if you want to grab everything else.
weapons free, AoE away. We'll just make sure we focus the assassins when they get low.
I believe the Pain is still AFK.
He must have had something come up bad. Well, we can always get Fennec in here and just 3 heal it, right?
Reap can tank.
No, I know. That's the joke, though, is going down to like 3 healers because we've been in a deficit all night. I wish people always avoided mechanics this well.
Alright, sorry about that.
Alright, Payne, I've got the 3 up here and you got everything else.
1, 2, go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Was I not cloaked? Jesus, I'm bad. Castigate, get out. Back in.
Assassins are returning to stone. Make sure they're finished off.
Did I?
Healers, there are essence fonts
I
on the
must have
ground for you
turned
to pick
off,
up.
They're not picked up, they're healed.
It's healed up. Yep, you're right. My apology.
I don't know. how to
Let's get
turn
some
nameplates
DPS
back
up on stones.
Can't believe I had that.
Remember not to click on it if someone else is already channeling into it. Wait for their channel to break and then click on it.
More of those fools seek to
First Vanquisher's coming in. If you are not on a stone right now, get ready for the gargoyle.
Right stone or left stone's open.
Go ahead and swap to that. This is a pretty low... This ad is priority, but it doesn't need every DPS to kill.
Another interruption from the
You want to swap on 2 bleeds on these again, Payne?
Yeah, I got one of them.
Okay. We should save your
Statues are
file
open.
until it's absolutely necessary. Assassins are up as well. Lots of AoE now.
And I have 2. Oh yeah, you got it. Never mind.
Alright. There's an assassin returning to stone, nuke it. Next one, 2 are returning to stone, nuke them. If you don't have a debuff, there's pillars open, go get them.
additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Next set of Vile Occultists coming in, healers. These will be for you to pick up and heal the fonts.
More of those fools seek to hinder us. Do not allow them to interfere.
This is clean. Keep this pace up. All right, Kael'thas is above 40%. Nuke this Vanquisher fast.
I'll pick up. Actually, how many do you have?
Phase 2 coming.
You ready to hard stack?
All right, Kael'thas is in. Hard stack behind him. Pain, we're dragging him to the wall like we've been doing. Finish off the Vanquisher.
Slow these ads.
Yep, just slow the ads. This is Lust.
Stack, 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 stack. Do not unstack for any reason. Get Lust?
Watch out for that. It's already out. Just keep moving in Pain. Those Phoenixes are about to catch up to him.
Soak, soak, soak.
Alright, that's it. Back to positions.
Good job.
If your debuffs have dropped off and you can get to a pillar, feel free to do so. Start pumping.
Debuff is called Drained Soul, if you guys didn't know.
I did not, actually. So thank you. If you're not on a pedestal, there is a Vanquisher up.
Additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Free.
Soul
Here you go,
Infuser's
full
coming
beard.
in. I need CC at blue. Let's get over to green.
DPS kill green.
This means stop the gargoyle and get on the infusers.
I have 3 stacks solely.
I got you. Thank you. You may want to file that one if you can.
No, it didn't work.
Look at the infusers. Sign them.
That's pretty smooth, honestly. Good job. Dill will pick up those orbs. Everyone else, if you can get on a pedestal again, feel free to do so. Next set of ads coming in. This is just little guys and the gargoyles.
I can't stand having a
assassins.
full beard. It's uncomfortable for me, unfortunately. I'm confused. I don't know what that does. Oh, that's what that does.
Rockbound is in. I'll pick him up, Pain. Finish off the Return to Stones and then DPS on the gargoyle, the big one.
Another interruption from the castle guard. Dispose of them.
We got a cultist coming in on the back.
Primary is still Vanquisher.
Yep. Alright, Essence fonts from the cultists are down.
Don't have debuff, go touch a soul infuser.
Yep. So Sailor Moo, Drist. You can get up there on a pedestal since you don't have one.
Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Did you already mana Tide, Handsome?
Yep, twice.
Freep Lawman and Illicha. We're actually in a pretty low slump right now, so feel free to go get on them. Actually, never mind.
Hard stack, hard stack, hard stack. Do not unstack.
Do not unstack. All right,
Vanquisher
Pain.
coming in.
I'll grab the
get the-
Vanquisher. You
Alright.
grab Kael'thas. Alright. Last of your cooldowns. Just keep kiting towards the wall here. Anything you can do to slow the Phoenixes. Keep moving, Pain. The more space we put, easier it is for them.
Just don't stand in front.
Let's swap now, Pain. I got 2 stacks of the bleed. Three stacks of the bleed. Can you pick up the Vanquisher, Pain, please? Thank you.
Well done.
Good job.
Easy. That felt good.
That did feel really good.
That was too easy.
God, this makes me excited to get into Heroic.
Do you guys see that? The old record was 10 minutes for me. This one was 6 minutes.
My old one was 8 minutes. So yeah, that
Yeah,
was
my
pretty...
old record was 13, and this one was 6.
Remember the 13 one? We're like, all right, we know the enraged timer is 14 minutes.
Yeah.
39. I can't trade that belt. It's a bummer because it's got mastery. I don't really want it, but it's not going to great.
There's a cloth belt up. Anybody crit mastery? Or sorry, not crit mastery. Yeah, it is crit mastery. Crit mastery, best of slot stats. Speak up.
I think Ryu misrolled.
Wrist.
It's a back.
Oh, sorry, a back. I can read.
Can you?
I just choose not to.
Don't know what my keybinds are for turning nameplates on and off. I accidentally turned them off somehow.
You can read as well as I can
Or is
type.
it unit? Maybe it's unit frame.
All right. If we stay this focused, this is going to be a full clear in 3 hours tonight, everybody. Let's keep this up. We're going all the way down. I'm not sure what y'all stopped on this landing for.
Just looking.
Yep, it's okay.
I was looking for things to read.
It's a big cat.
How did Renathal beat us down here, though? He was just upstairs at that landing.
Because he hasn't done anything else the whole fucking time.
Any other time. Oh, wait,
Do
never mind.
not
That's the other
pull
guy.
more than one pack. DPS. Don't decide for the tanks what group we're pulling. We're gonna pull one at a time.
Yep.
Tell you what we're gonna
Any more rolls? I'm gonna give it to Ryu if not.
Oh, is it? Yeah, because it's a back. Sorry, I thought it was a belt. Yeah, that makes more sense. All right, closing out the roll here on Locke's Crux's back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
His might is considerable.
It's called nameplates, right?
Taunt the
Where are
big boy.
my nameplates at?
I thought you were a tank.
No, Threep can tank. Mathos can. Although this entire expansion I have been. Especially in Mythic Plus.
Was that a threat joke?
Neg knows how hard it is to pull threat off of me.
So ridiculous.
Roach's bite makes so much threat, it's insane.
If you do die in this trash, feel free to run back. We opened up the mirror, so it's real quick to get back in here.
Now Shifty is Jiffy is something else. Oh, okay, well they're back up. I just gotta change the height. That's weird. I don't know why that went away. Ooh, BOE.
Yeah, nice green one.
Green. Alright, this fight, 100% mechanics. 1000 million% mechanics. If you don't do mechanics right, we will not get this fight. So listen the fuck up. We're going to be killing these bosses. What was that?
Sorry. I'm gonna go repair real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, but you can still hear me, right?
Definitely. Sorry.
You're too far away. You can't. I have to yell now because you're over there.
This is proximity speaking.
Yeah, this is proximity. Okay, anyway, we're gonna kill these bosses in order of Castellian, Nicholas, then Lord Starvos, and then the Baroness Frida. We're going to be having an interrupt order here. If you guys want to set that up at a whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll tell you what, Anzim, if you have a preference, I'll let you set it up. Otherwise, I was just gonna go with Blind Grumps Ryu.
I would put Mathos and Threep on there because they do stupid things. They can do it without even interrupting their damage rotations.
Perfect. Blind Mathos Threep, you got it.
In that order?
In that order. And I'm sending out the ERT note now.
Wonderful. Okay, so nobody else has to worry about the interrupt order. Unless we tell you that we can't get it. So if we say get interrupt, then interrupt Baroness Frida. The cash you're looking for is Shadow Bolt Volley or something like that. Something similar. You'll know what it is. It's the only one that's interruptible anyway, so don't worry about it. If you see a yellow bar and it's not getting interrupted, throw an interrupt on it. Doesn't really matter. Otherwise, yeah, there we go. Otherwise, we'll get it. All right, so we're gonna kill Castilian. Parts, like, there's not really a reason to not hard stack for this. Range can stack with range, melee can stack with melee. The only thing that you do not want to do is you do not want to be in front of the tanking Lord Starvos. So generally all the DPS are gonna stack kind of over here on the right side of the map, because Starvos is gonna be tanked on the left side of the map until we're attacking him, in which case melee are gonna want to stand off to the side. And if we want to be really simple about it, we could just put a marker where melee should stand and not move in order to not get hit by Lord Starvos. Anyway, we're going to be killing these ads, doing the interrupt order, and killing Castellian. Lord Starvos, every once in a while, is going to say, find your partner or dance with your partner or something, and then also die. This is what's going to kill us, so you need to pay attention right the fuck now. If you get a partner for Dark Recital, it's the name of the spell. If you get a thing above your head and little black or little blood droplets start flying out of your head, you need to move first, because if you stand there, the blood's going to come back down and hit you in the face and kill you, gonna one-shot you. But you also need to find the other person that has a mark above their head, run to them through the raid. I don't care if you have to run the entire raid, do it. Everybody else will move out of your way, and if you don't move out of their way, then you're dumb, and we'll find out. And that's still a don't, but you need to run to your partner. Once you meet up with them, you can touch each other if you want, it doesn't really matter, but you need to start moving in the same direction once you meet. So run to your partner, and then we generally run towards the entrance / exit, which is the back of the room, so the opposite side of where the bosses are. So just so nobody fucks this up, if you get it, move immediately. Whenever we say Dark Recital, you need to look at your character. If you have a DBM alert saying you have Dark Recital, you need to find the other person that has it. There's probably going to be multiple groups, so find the person with the same symbol and the line linking you to, and run to each other, and then once you're within range of each other, move towards the exit in a straight line. And this is kind of like Snake, don't backtrack on yourself or else you walk into your own blood. So don't run around in circles. That is the main mechanic of this. If we get that right, we'll be fine. Everything else is simple as hell. Once I get to 50%, we do a dance. The dance is really simple, but it can be kind of weird at first. Whenever one of these bosses gets to 50%, they're going to jump back up on the thing, and we're going to go into a dance phase. You need to look at these tiles on the ground actually mean a lot. These square, diamond tiles. You're going to look around, and there's going to be a big column lighting up. It's like a big column that you're supposed to go and stand in. Once you get there, they're going to tell you to move left, move right, backwards, and forwards. Just follow what everybody else is doing. Move left, move right into the square directly adjacent to the one that you're in, or behind the one that you're in. It's really simple. Once you see it, you're gonna think it's the most dumb thing in the world. So do that. You're gonna do it 4 times. On the 4th time, you can actually move immediately after you get to the right square. You can go back to the bosses. You're gonna get a haste buff when you do that too, which is nice. Which if you fuck that up, I don't know what to tell you. After we get Castellian down, we're going to move over to Starvos. He does this lunge thing where he'll actually appear behind the tank and then thrust through the back of the tank to the front where he was. So you don't want to be anywhere in front or behind the tank. You want to be to the side, hitting Starvos in his kidney from the side. If you're melee. Range, don't have to worry about it that much. Just don't be in front or behind the tank. And then eventually he'll call some dancers down from the ceiling, and they'll land in these squares, and they're going to move diagonally between these squares. So watch out for when they move. You just don't be in the square that they're moving to. If they hit you, they stun you, and if you get Dark Recital and they stun you, then you die. So just steer clear of the dancers. He'll do 50%, we'll do the dance again, and then we'll kill him. And then we'll move on to Baroness Frida. And that's honestly super easy. We're going to tank her in the middle of the room, and there's not much we need to worry about. It's more of a tank thing. And that's the fight. We'll do dance one more time, then kill her.
I'm gonna lust in phase 2.
We're on Starvos?
Yeah, when we're killing Stavros, yeah.
Okay. So after his 50% dance, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so after we do dance with Starvos, and we get him to 50%, when we go back to damage again, we'll be lusting. Any questions about anything? Honestly, if you have any questions at all, you need to speak up now. Because if you don't understand, you do one of these mechanics wrong, it will wipe us. Wonderful. Then we should one-shot it.
When we get chained, if we pop immunity, it's gonna break the chain, right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So one other thing, if you get Dark Recital with somebody and you're linked to them, don't use blinks, dashes, rolls. Don't accidentally click on a gate. Just run to them, and then run out of the raid together. Just run to your person once again, run through the raid. Everybody else will get out of your way. You have to get to your partner first, and try not to cross path with the other couple of people that have it, but that might be difficult. Use your best judgment at that point.
Don't face block or bubble or anything like that either.
Don't immunity.
Yeah. No block, hurdle, no bubble.
Warlock gates. Crux.
Hush your face.
Alright, I'm going to pick up Nicholas and Frida will always be on Iron Bones. Pain will start on Stavros.
Yep.
Alright. Sorry, my asthma flared up there.
Food buffs are probably wearing off.
Double check all your buffs, guys. Oh, every once in a while an attendant's going to be called. We have to nuke the attendant because it'll make it so we can't damage the boss. So if we say attendant, just swap to the little ad that comes up and nuke him down.
Get another warrior buff, please.
First attendance pretty early in the fight, yeah.
Yep. Alright, focus up. This is a tough fight. We got this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Splendid! About to win!
Beware.
Attendant.
Coming in from the far side.
Everyone find
Partner.
or die!
Beware.
Sorry, I missed that.
Alright, I'm at 2.
Attention! Set formation for the
Find the column of light and go stand in it. And then move left, right, or forward, facing the bosses.
shimmy right! Drop forward! Boogie down! Boogie down!
You can move.
Stop this nonsense! You have disgraced this gathering long enough!
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Attendant.
3,
Coming in from behind.
1.
Nuke attendant.
4, 3,
Beware.
1.
I'm at 2 pain. Call when you're ready. Recital.
Recital.
You need to kick 3.
Alright, let's swap.
Swapping.
Beware.
Alright, go on to Lord Starvos. Stand to his side once the tank is in position.
I picked back up now, so that was since my buffs were all the way off.
Which way is he facing?
Frida, he's facing out towards the right. Don't worry, it'll be a little bit easier. Frida won't be right on him. Partner.
Recital.
Partners.
Need an interrupt on 2?
Got it.
Beware.
I'm at 3. Let's swap.
Beware.
Dancers are going to be down. Watch out for the dancers. You will get stunned.
Spread.
And move diagonally.
AMZ if someone wants to get in it to soak this.
Beware.
2 or 3?
2.
Okay. If you can wait. Picking up now.
Beware.
Watch out, people. Yeah, a couple of you might be in front of him as I'm repositioning because of the dancers.
You mean to pick anybody up?
Beware.
Everyone, take your position!
We're gonna lust after this dance. Go stand in your column.
The dance.
Anzum, you want Negnuk up after this? Or do you want to hold a beer?
Sure.
He got hit because we were positioning it.
Yeah, next time we'll go over the position we use in the other group. It's way easier.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see it.
You can move now. We're gonna lust here.
Raise.
Once he's on the ground.
Wait for everybody to get there. Okay.
Beware.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Is that 2 hold?
I can hold for 3. Dance, dance, dance.
Get 1. Somebody interrupt 1.
Alright, swap.
I can get it.
4.
Or Holy, can you grab it?
I got it.
1.
Last boss. Move to center.
Do you want anybody else up? We do have one more battle res.
Druidessy for the innervate.
Gotcha. I'll res them healers. Or anybody else who's paying.
You can move now.
Runic power to spare.
Your gyration sicken me.
Druidessy's up. Whoever needs the innervate, call for it. The Dill?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Excellent job.
Good job, guys.
That was very clean.
Resin in a second.
Yes, I got the green winter hat. Let's
Nice.
go.
Same.
I got red.
Resin.
Good job on the achieve, Yuko. Ryoko.
Ryoko? Yeah, that's right. It's not. It's a lot easier to say than his monk's name. So.
First time we ever actually did any of the other groups one shot this?
Maybe.
Nope, we didn't.
Everybody repair while we're going by the guy.
Actually.
Yeah. I think it's a lot more impressive in a bigger group, though.
Savior, that's up for roll, correct?
Ready to one shot.
All right. There is a crit mastery necklace, but my window doesn't allow me to click on it. Someone else wants to link it. Noble's birthstone pendant.
Mostly mastery.
Mostly
more
mastery.
mastery than haste. Or crit.
Yes, round
Crit.
2.
Thank
Anybody
you.
for whom that is very good, please roll.
That's a BIS.
True, you left considerable detritus in your wake. If you're so fond of wreckage,
Yeah, I could really use that.
Check buffs, y'all.
happily oblige.
I'll go tank healing build again.
Okay, listen up. This fight is actually pretty fucking easy, but there's a few mechanics that will one-shot people. So be careful. The main thing is chains. I'm going to say it first while I have everybody's attention. If you have a chain link, you're going to be linked to one other person. It does not differentiate between you and a healer that's ranged. So if you're a melee and you have a ranged healer, you got to go to them. The healer will always have, or if they're ranged, they'll always have priority. Do not use blinks, dashes, immunities, anything at all if you are linked to somebody else. You will stand on top of them until that chain goes away, which is a long time. So don't think that you can just start moving around once you've stacked. You've got to keep on stacking, make sure that they don't move away from you, and vice versa. It also helps to pick a direction, straight back, or, towards entrance or towards boss, whenever you need to dodge stuff together, so that way you don't accidentally both go two different directions and break the chain and you instant die. Because if you break the chain, this boss will do a knockback like all the time. Just assume that if you're standing in something, you're gatherable. Ranged, it's spot, and you just move out of it. Just don't stand in a spot, and you just move out of it. Just don't stand in front of it, because if you get knocked into it, you take damage. Then other than that, stick close to the wall so we have more room in the center. It'll also target melee sometimes. Just do your best to stand close to a patch that's already there, so that way the next one that falls isn't just all over the place. Oh, if you push forward when he knocks you back, you will go not as far. So if you're pressing forward when he knocks you back, and your partner isn't, you might snap the chain if you're chained to somebody. So the rule of thumb is, if you're chained to somebody, don't use a movement ability during a knockback. Wait until the knockback's over and then move with your partner together. Yeah, so range will be stacked pretty close. If you're a mobile caster, you can move up. If you're linked to a melee, you can move up. Just do it at your discretion. Generally, it doesn't link you to a ranged person. It's only a healer.
I think that kind of stuff happens more in the smaller groups. With bigger groups, there's more people to choose from. It'll try to keep same link with same.
Yeah. So you generally don't have to worry about it. But in the case that a melee gets linked with a healer or something, you have to go to the healer until the healer is okay to move with you up. And don't be afraid to call out what direction you want to move, because if you're not sure, like if a rebel patch falls directly behind you and you don't know if you're going to move left or right to avoid it, you need to call towards entrance, towards spawn, or straight back. And with your partner if you know who they are. And then other than that, don't stand in front of him when he does Hateful Gaze. Don't be in his hitbox area either, because as soon as he starts charging, he will one-shot you. And there's going to be a good burst phase every time he runs in one of these pillars. After Hateful Gaze, he takes a lot more damage. So if you have some shorter damage cooldowns, pop him once he runs into a pillar. And then we're going to be lusting on the 4th pillar.
Mm-hmm.
So once the 4th pillar is destroyed, we'll be lusting. But don't be afraid to use your big cooldowns at the beginning and then at the end if they're going to be up within 6 minutes.
Correct, yep. Couple things. Our tank positioning is very important for this fight, so we'll try to help make sure melee has room, but also just know that we do the things we do for a reason, so that way he doesn't smack pillars. This is a really easy fight. We have a lot of DPS. A lot of you are pulling strong in here. So I'm going to be marked. Pain's going to be marked. Make sure you're never the closest targets to me in Pain. Otherwise, you'll get cleaved on. Other than that, that's all you need to know from us. Have personals and health pots. So that's like cookies and pots ready for phase for like the 4th pillar, because there's a lot of raid-wide damage going out. It is physical damage. So if you have anything that mitigates physical damage, you can actually pop it. So like any defensive that is specifically physical.
And range, once again, don't be afraid to hard stack off on the wings here with each other, so that way the rebel stays pretty controlled.
In the beginning, too, range, we just want to run straight to like behind where the little dragon thing is by that pillar.
Make sure you reflask. Grumps,
armor
missed.
kits are falling off.
And Iron Bones will be tanking this one, so you can misdirect him.
You don't like this one, Pain?
Nope, I get sniped.
Seconds.
Here we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Range, run all the way back behind the boss.
Whoever I'm paired up with, we're going back towards range.
Or
Beware.
4, 3,
Charge right after this.
Oh, my
DPS.
fault.
Get Dill up.
Get Dill up.
Dill.
Beware.
First
be in front of
DPS
him.
window.
Beware. No fear.
watch chains.
Beware.
Pain, I'm going to go up to the right. Who lusted?
Sorry, our group less on the first charge.
Oh, okay. No worries. That either way it works for me.
Dill's down.
Will you stop killing Dill with demon hunters?
He's probably fell rush too.
Do not rush.
Yep,
Just
no
take it off your
movement.
bar for this fight.
No movement tech.
We have another B-res?
Negative.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
2, 1.
Beware.
Don't be in front of him. Don't be in his hitbox.
Next DPS window. Melee, we're gonna let him push us with the roar, push us all the way back to the wall.
Beware. No fear.
Links are up.
Lawman, come to me. Lawman, come to me. Damn it, Lawman.
Beware.
Oh, shit,
Left, left,
there.
left. Straight back.
Like, just eat the roar and we'll run around to the right once we get pushed back.
Healers, my purgatory did pop.
Beware.
Pain's down. Holy's down.
3, 2,
Wipe it up.
1.
Stand in the ship. Stand in the bad, stand in the bad.
Anybody with crazy movement buttons, take them off your bar. I don't want to see anybody doing Fell Rush. I don't want to see anybody doing Blink. I don't want to see any of that stuff.
Release and repairs right here.
45 minutes to full clear this, so that way when we raid on, well, there's no raid on Thursday, so.
So, once again, because people didn't hear me, when you have chain link, don't use blinks, dashes, immunities, anything. It's just like your recital partner. Don't do anything. Stand with your partner. It is the most important thing. If you break a fucking chain again, you're on the fucking deal or don't list.
Also, if your partner is a healer, don't make them move to you.
Move
That's
to
just dumb.
And move to the healer. Chains are the most important, and now that you've seen it the first time, we're not going to fuck it up again, right?
Missed your calls out were super helpful. Thank you.
Yes, as I mentioned, tell if there's even the possibility of you guys running in two different directions because you need to dodge something, tell them where to go. If you break a chain, it's a dilla fucking don't. Eat up.
Don't look at the chains, look at the red arrow. You'll see a red arrow on your head, and you'll see a red arrow on somebody else's head. You will not see red arrows on the rest of the chains. The chains are likely to lead you astray.
Anybody have any questions about that before we go again? Because we should be able to get it down this time. And then just to confirm, are we lusting first or last pillar?
The first pillar is best because DPS can focus on DPS. The last pillar, everyone's trying to stay alive.
Roger that. So we're going to be lusting on first pillar. So save your big cooldowns for after he does his first charge.
Yep, just so we're all on the same page. Because I was gonna say, like, last week that's how we did it, was last pillar. That way healers had the bigger window for haste. But either way works. Alright. I need some food buffs here. I need some flask buffs, please.
Check your buffs. Make sure you're good to go.
Yeah, flask up.
Again, Iron Bones is picking up. Iron Bones is picking up.
Beware.
Whoa. That was not me. That was Glimmer of Light procced. Huh. Pain, we gotta be
Yeah, I don't know how
careful
that happened.
here. It's okay. It's okay. Just making sure that we don't get him too close to the pillars.
Straight back, Lavania.
Lost 2 DPS.
We got... So, I think we got chained in the middle of running away from the...
Beware.
Get ready, Pillar 1.
2.
Ready for last tier in a little bit?
Beware.
Don't be in a sit box, don't be in front of him. Lust.
Go ahead, Lavania.
And then Pena on the roar will let him push us back to the wall again.
Beware.
Chains are up. Watch your chains.
Here.
Beware.
Pain, there's rubble to our right. I'm gonna go left on the next stomp.
Straight back, Pain. Or Neg.
Next one we're gonna go through.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Don't be in front of him, don't be in a sit box.
Second DPS
Back
window
up.
coming up.
Run, run, run.
Pain, you did end up pulling aggro.
And Link.
Just re-taunting.
Find your chains, find your chains.
I popped the cooldown.
We're gonna go straight back. Whoever has me.
Beware.
Alright, you can taunt whenever.
We're gonna go left next time. Left, left, left with me.
Sorry, Dill.
That was me.
Resendale.
Let's try to be better.
Beware.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Don't be in front of him. Don't be in a sit box.
Alright, he hit his soft enrage. There's gonna be a lot of damage going out. Be sure to ready to use personals and defensives here.
Beware. Beware.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
Purgatory procced, healers. Purgatory procced on Holy. Thank you for the cocoon.
Whoever I'm paired with, we're going to go towards the entrance.
Roger.
where do you want to go next?
Beware.
Straight back.
Okay.
Toward the pillar.
Vampiric blood's out on me. Alright, last pillar. Let's clean it up and kill him.
1.
Beware.
Everyone use defensives now.
Back up.
Alright. So before anybody else says something, I want to say, with as many people, that was about what I expected. Not bad, not great. We can do better. That's about what I expected.
I think what ended up actually pulling was when I cast Divine Toll, I was thinking they would go and hit the immediate party around me and not actually pull the boss.
It's all good. I mean, we
should be called Divine Pull.
Ah,
got him.
But I mean, the callouts at the end were really good. I didn't think we lost anybody to any extra chains or anything like that until the last rush. So that was very well done. We just got to be.
Looks like we have some cloth legs going up. Haste verse.
Ooh, those are bisque gloves.
We're talking
Never mind,
about
I need
pants
'em.
first. Cloth pants.
You can't trade them. Okay.
If Haste verse is really good pants for you as a clothy, please roll now.
Please don't run up there. Please don't run up there. Please don't run up there.
Is that run up there? Or...
Give him the dressed haste or mastery is my best.
We're going to go into combat here in like 30 seconds, no matter where you stand up here.
Nope, it's only if you run up into the room.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, looks like pants to Drist. And Grumps, you said those plate gloves are not for roll?
No, they are. I was joking around.
Okay. Plate gloves, haste verse.
I want them.
He cheated.
Can you link them? I mean, not that it matters.
I did.
I missed it the first time.
Oh, gotcha.
Iron, you can
Holy's
have-
roll doesn't count because it was before the item was linked.
Nice. Yes, make him roll again. That's good.
Wow.
Illicha, if you could roll as well, and Ryu.
I don't need them.
Bane could use them. Yeah, you
have to
do.
try it.
He's just trying to be a funny guy.
Oh, Illicha wins. There we go.
Nice.
We're gonna
Well,
try
I'll give my roll to Holy.
Thanks, Illicha.
Damn it. Somebody else won.
Whoever doesn't give it to Holy wins.
Alright, let's get this trash cleared. We got 2 bosses to kill.
We got 2 bosses in 30 minutes. Let's get this going. Alright. We'll wait for the animal bombardment to happen, and then we'll pull back 1 pack at a time.
I'm gonna blitz through the next thing.
I say you let Anzen explain this one. I think he gave me the best explanation I've ever heard for it.
Alright, I died. Everybody wipe. Everybody wipe.
That's a sign.
You died because you didn't get the buff from General Draven.
Everybody wipe. I died.
Alright, kill the Goliaths and Commandos first, Skirmishers last. They don't even need to be focused. But the big ones do, the Goliaths and Commandos. Alright, Commando's got a stone shell. Make sure you break it so he doesn't heal up. Other one's got a stone shell. Break it. Nice. Alright. This one is... These are the bane of tanks. This Ravenous Feast buff is awful. Alright, next set. Same priorities. Got a commando with a shield on, got both commandos with shells on, break the shells, because otherwise they're going to heal up. One more with a shell, thank you.
Oh, I did not mean to Shadow Blaze. Okay. That was a big old mistake by me.
Commando's got shells up.
All right, you doing this one, Mist, or you want me to do the quick one?
Do it fast.
All right, so generally we're gonna have the boss tanked in the middle of the room. There's a few mechanics you got to worry about. One is Wicked Blade. He's gonna mark 2 people with Wicked Blade at a time. They're gonna run out to the left side, which is over here. The blade is gonna bounce in a triangle between him and the 2 people. So if you're out left, then you won't hit everybody else because everyone else is gonna be stacked just on this side of the boss. So if the boss is there, then the raid is effectively here. People with blades are running out there and there. If you cast Crystallize on you, you're going to run out here to the X. Crystallize it will cleanse the bleed off of anybody who's bleeding from Wicked Blade. So if you got hit with Wicked Blade, then you want to go run with the Crystallized person over here to the X. Once that goes off, your bleeds will be removed, and then it'll immediately be followed up with a Meteor Strike. Everybody in the raid needs to go stack up for Meteor Strike. So he does Crystallize, you run over here for Crystallize, if you're bleeding, you run with it, and as soon as that goes off, then everyone runs in for Meteor Strike. And then we all get back together on this here square. That's most of what you have to deal with in the first part of the fight. There's ads later on, obviously kill ads. There'll be things to dodge, both red swirlies and brown swirlies. They're all swirlies and they're all bad, so dodge them all. When we're in the third phase, there will be a new mechanic called, I don't know what it's called, like echoing something or other.
Reverberating something?
Reverberating echo.
You're going to run back in this area over here where star and circle are. So when you drop it, it's going to have a big brown circle on the ground. Next time it's cast, we need to drop one nearby, but not overlapping by much. You can overlap it just a little bit, but try to keep it nearby but spaced out enough so that we know which circle is which. Put them on top of each other, it's bad. So every time there's new reverberating echoes, somebody's going to have one to drop, but all the existing ones need to be soaked by somebody else. So you'll see a big glowy thing on them. That means they're not being soaked. If somebody's standing in it, then it won't be a big glowy thing. You know it's being soaked. You're good. All of them need to be soaked. If you try to soak 2 at once because they're overlapped with a little Venn diagram thing, you'll be dead. So make sure you are standing in one and only one to soak it. If you have reverberating echo on you, you're going to drop a new one. Do not soak. That will kill you. Just try to keep them out on this side of the raid, back in the back here, and communicate on soaks. It's pretty easy. And then the third phase is all of that combined. It's not very hard. I wouldn't be worried about it. The only other thing to worry about is when the ads are out, there will be red glowy anima balls around the room. Those need to be grabbed, picked up, and brought back here to our good friend Prince Renathal. Because of that, make sure you do not drop reverberating echoes on or around Renathal. It will cause problems. Also, with reverberating echo, don't run all the way back to the wall. We need it to be somewhat close to where the raid is so that people can run and soak without wasting too much time running. I miss anything? Sounds good.
Ooh, it does sound good. Sounded really nice.
Who's taking first?
Mathos, you messed it up.
We get new buff.
What's up, 3?
Child.
You messed it up, the dance.
When the ad spawns for phase 2, you can't actually damage the boss anymore, or it's like a 95% reduction, so just kill the ad and then run the balls into the Prince Renathal.
Oh, Windows not open of Windows, yeah.
Alright, we good. Who's pulling?
Pain is.
Alright, everyone stack up close just to this side of the boss when it's pulled. Melee and range on the same side. Wicked Blade out to the left. Wicked Blade out to the left. Perfect. come back. Crystallize out to the right. If you're bleeding, get in it.
I'll hop in.
Yep. Yep.
Now, everybody in. Everybody in, everybody in, everybody in. There you go. That's 90% of the fight.
Super fun and engaging fight.
I actually really do like this fight.
Yeah, I like this one. Leads to the left. Get back in.
Boss is hardened. Get ready for ads. Alright. Ads are focused.
Ignore boss. Get on ads. Watch for the anima orbs. And also get ready to dodge things.
Still have to do mechanics for blades and crystallize.
Yes. Dodge things.
Crystallize.
Crystallize. Get in it if you're bleeding.
Alright, I'm in it.
Soak, soak, soak.
And everyone in. Everyone in, everyone in, everyone in.
There's balls on the
Blades
left
to
side.
the left. Blades to the
Finish
left.
off the ad.
Blades to the left. That was not blades to the left.
Ads down. Renaithal's at 70-80%.
Bring in those balls.
Took off your pain. Renaithal's at 100. Get ready for knockbacks.
You cannot escape my wrath. Be broken. Draven.
Alright, stack back up. Get back in position. Blades to the left.
3, 2, 1.
Crystallize to the right. In if you're bleeding.
I
In
picked
if you're
up so you can get in there, pain.
Everybody in?
Get everyone in.
So I'm taking the first hit, pain. Your pickup. First eruption.
Back right.
Out to the back, to the back, to the back. It's not quite back. Dodge brown swirlies. Blades to the left.
Three, two, one.
Soak that. There were other eruption nearby. Also not in the back, but that's good enough. Crystallize in if you're
You need
bleeding.
a clear hold.
I do not.
Cool.
And everyone in. Wicked Blaze to the
Alright.
left.
Boss is stoned. Alright, pain. I'll pick up the Goliath.
Ads.
So you can top that.
Also collect the red balls. And keep doing all the rest of the mechanics. Soak.
Thank you, Dill. That was an epic roll over there.
All of
You
the
remember-
top left.
Can you remember that we want to be dropping those eruptions out to the back?
Yeah, we keep moving farther away from the back. Blaze to the left. Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
Crystallize to the right.
One.
In if you're bleeding. And everyone in. Soak.
Renaissal's at 100. Knockbacks are going to happen while eruption. Nice. I thought that was really going to overlap. All right. I'll take.
Stack back up. Blades to the left. Blades to the
I'll
left.
take call. Sorry, I accidentally picked up Kashal.
Do we want lust?
Yes, doing it now.
Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Taunt Rishal when you
Three,
Yep. Taunted.
one.
I got call.
Damage them equally.
Soak, soak, soak. Good placement on those last two reverberations.
Crystallize
I
to
like
the
it all.
right.
Crystallize to the right. And if you're
Cold
bleeding,
is going in.
everyone in, everyone in.
We need more damage on call.
Bleeds to the left. DPS swap to call.
3, 2,
That's my knockback.
Soak.
Good job on those soaks. Alright, they're about even again. Feel free to start nuking them.
Play to the left.
Three, two, one.
Bring him down. Crystallize to the right, and if you're bleeding.
Good shit.
You guys suck. So much wipage.
You know, I'd actually say we're the opposite. I haven't seen this many people not wiping since the great toilet paper shortage of 2020.
Fuck,
buddy.
You didn't use newspaper?
What are you doing?
About a boudier.
Oof.
A boudier?
That's a good investment right there.
fancy, huh?
Or do you mean, yeah, I was gonna say, or did you mean a bidet?
Oh, a boudier. You know,
Sounds-
sexy out.
He sounds like he's from fucking.
What are you talking about,
He
bidet?
sounds like he's from West Virginia. It's probably called a
All
boudier
right,
there.
let's get this boss down.
Yep, let's focus up.
Just saying, 13 of y'all got beat by a 10-year-old.
All right, so this boss is fun. We're going to start this boss up by taking him against the wall. We're all going to be essentially behind the boss hard stacked. We want a hard stack because there is a portion where you have to move in front of the boss. So you don't want to be way far in the back because, well, then you won't be able to get in front when you need to. We're going to start this fight with 4 stacks of a debuff that can only be cleansed by a frontal cone that he does every once in a while. Are we going to split the groups into 2 groups or 3 groups?
3.
We're going to have 3 groups. Remember what your group is, because if you forget it and you go in with more than 2 stacks into the stage transition, so if you have 3 stacks, you will die. So you need to make sure that you listen for callouts on when he's doing cleansing pain. That's what it's called. It's also kind of hard to position yourself in front of him because he does a weird thing where he like charges up and stands at the side. You can either stack on a tank, which is either square or X, or look for his left hand. If you stand in front of his left hand, he will hit you with the cleansing pain, and you'll be a stack will be removed. After we get him down to 70% health. Sorry. He's also going to every time you get hit by cleansing pain, he's going to spawn adds around him. These need to die incredibly fast because they do a shit ton of AoE damage and will wipe us if we leave them up. So you will hard swap to all of the adds at spawn. They die fast, so it's not like we're going to ask you to lose a bunch of DPS on the boss. So hard swap to the adds and then go back to boss, stacking behind him unless it's your turn to get cleansing pain. And then after that, we'll do that a few times. Ramonia, the sword in the center, will do a big AoE to close off a third of the room. We're going to move clockwise around the room. So if you're facing the boss, we're going to be moving left around the room and then tanking him in the next spot. You will not be able to go back to this spot. If locks want to get gates up, pointing from where we're tanking him on the wall towards the next spot, you can definitely do that. It's kind of cool. Not necessary. Doesn't take that long to get out of the AoE anyway. After we do that and we get up to 70% health, we'll be sucked against the wall. We'll have to crawl on our knees very seductively towards the center in order to get out of this spell. And then it'll suck us down below. And then after that, it's going to be an ad fight. We're going to focus hardcore on the ads that are going to spawn in one of the wings. The boss is going to be tanked next to these ads. Range, you're going to focus on the ads that are spawning way out on these platforms. You're going to nuke them down as fast as possible, while also dodging where the boss is pointing. The tanks try to call it out. So if you're like on top of an ad and the boss is facing that ad and the tank says, watch out, move away from that ad so you don't get hit by Sire to Nathria's AoE lunge. His thrust, he's going to thrust seductively at that ad. We're going to nuke down the ads and then we're going to go on boss. In the middle of this clearing ads, he's going to do a big AoE around himself. That's like he's going to suck again. He's going to suck you in, right? And then you have to run away from him. If you're next to a portal on one of the walls, there's going to be these portals on each side at the end of the hallway that we're going to be on. You can run through those to get out of it and then come right back after the AoE goes off so that way you can finish clearing the ads. We're going to do that until he reaches 40%? Yeah, 40% health?
Approximately. I've seen it. I mean, I don't know if they fixed it. When we killed them last time, it was 50. Yeah, it's like 3 sets of ads on normal.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that 3 times. Oh, he's gonna do this cool thing where Ramonia just like flies around the room and does these big lines. Dodge those. Like, it's really simple. Like, you'll know it when you see it. Just don't stand where the lines are. And then it's also going to do Impale, which is going to mark 2 people. You're going to want to try to stand off to the side if you have Impale, because the Ramonia is going to fly to you and to the other person, and then back. And you don't want anybody to be in between you when this happens, or else they take the damage too, and that's not good. So if you get the lines, try to group kind of closer to your partner, and then stand off to the side somewhere until the blade goes through you, and then you can go back to DPSing. But once again, adds are a huge priority here. Don't let them stay up too long because they cast AoE damage. And then after we kill 3 sets of ads, or he gets to like 40% health or something, sometimes it coincides with each other that an ad spawns, and then we have to do the 3rd phase. We'll nuke down the ads, but then we're going to be forced to stand in the center of this. We won't have the ability to use the portals to dodge the AoE, so you have to be careful when he sucks you. You have to run out of the suck, and then try to get far away because it does damage based on proximity afterwards. And then go back and kill him. He's also going to target people with a little circle around you. It's super simple. Don't overlap the circles with anybody else. And that's kind of it. It's honestly not that hard. The main thing is kill all the ads as fast as possible all the time, and then dodge the red shit.
Being a child star.
For phase 1, when we're standing in the Crimson Pain to drop stacks, we're going to do Group 1 and 2 first, then Group 3 and 4. You know what? I'll just call it. Just know what group you're in. Group 1 is... Group 1 and 2 are Beryl, Druides, Grumps, Savior, Lavania, Alicia, and Mathos. Groups 3 and 4 are Lawman, Ryu, Drist, Dill, Lick Me. Yes, I said Dill, Lick Me. First Creep, and Sailor Moo. Groups 5 and 6 are Bandit, Yeah, Asnoth, Neg, Lock, Crux, Ansem, and Mist. So I will be calling this in what seems like random orders, but just make sure you get in it when your group is called. When you need to go stand in it, make sure you stand on top of the tank. If you try to stand what you think is in front of Denathrius, you'll probably be in the wrong spot because he casts over his left shoulder. And don't stand too close to him. Make sure you're slightly behind the tank, otherwise it can miss you.
Glad you're here on the last boss of normal Nathria. Should be fun. Does anybody not remember their group?
Check your armor kits. Check your oils.
Good to go.
Who's pulling first?
Penis.
Yeah, I will.
Payne, do you want to move to this wall, like just slightly left or right?
4, 3,
Here we go.
1.
You will answer for your arrogance.
That's good.
Groups 1 and 2, you're in now. Groups 1 and 2, get in front on the tank.
Lest they consume.
Collads.
Kill ad fast.
Alright, stand behind boss.
Your vanity will cost you.
Alright, after this knockback, groups 3 and 4, you will be in the next one. Groups 3 and 4, you're up now.
Beware cleanses the soul.
Collads. Weird.
Four, 3.
You want to taunt, Holly?
Yep.
1.
And we're moving for Ravage, and we're moving.
Of these pests.
I'll carve them into tiny pieces.
3.
Group 1 and 2, you're up again. Group 1 and 2, you're in now.
Cleanses the soul.
Collads.
About to get lifted.
Your vanity
After this
will
knockback will
cost
be
you
groups
everything.
5 and 6. 5 and 6, you're in now.
1.
Be right behind the tank.
Pain cleanses the soul.
Collads.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Rotate for Ravage.
Memoria, rid my castle of these pests.
Alright, up next will be group 5 and 6 again. 5 and 6.
Slow DPS, slow DPS, throttle DPS.
5 and 6 be in now.
Kill ads, kill ads, kill ads.
Just take care of the ads. We got to get the last group in. Pain, I'm taunting.
Dude, 0 DPS, please. 0 DPS.
Sailor Moon, how are you still at 4? Drew Dusty's at 4.
Alright, group 3 and 4. Group 3 and 4, get in. 3 and 4 in now.
Hold DPS, boys.
Now DPS. The ad will be
Alright,
spawn.
now DPS. Just get the boss.
Oof.
Run towards him.
Alright, now everyone run to the middle as quickly as you can.
A lot of people did not do the mechanic right.
Crawl on your knees seductively.
4, 3, 2.
Ranged, you can hit him right now. Melee, you just... Oh, right, never mind. Right, focus ads. The boss will be tanked near where the ads spawn. Ranged, make sure you're getting the ones on the platforms. Melee, nuke down the ads. They haven't spawned yet.
North.
North. Move to the north side.
Alright, there are the ads. Melee, get them. Ranged, get them.
Setting up boss for range.
Scream for me.
Your taunt. Impales, move out.
Melee, once your ads are dead, get on the boss. Range, clean up your ads. Let's go ahead and get let's get Drist up.
Taunted.
Get away from the Nathrius. Get away from the Nathrius. You don't have to go through the portal. What the heck?
Range, you have one ad up left to take out.
Cleave onto Harmonia. They share health.
Don't be in front of the boss. First massacre.
Start moving to the south. Dodge red. Did we ever res Drist?
No. We have 2 B-reses.
Let's just save one.
I taunted.
Run away from him.
Run away.
Ads are up.
Ads up on the south side.
Ads.
Scream for me.
Racking pain.
Need
That's
help
hard.
on range.
All range should be on the ads that are on the platforms that melee cannot reach.
Massacre, get ready to dodge lines.
Okay, because I can't hit that now. He used to be able to.
Top-down view is recommended.
Run away from him. Ads get the range. Get that last one down.
Scream for me.
Start moving to the east, or the west side, which is where we already are. Next ads will appear on east and west both. We'll start with west.
That was a good impale.
Scream for me.
Picked up pain. Dodge red, dodge red, dodge red.
Cabal. Feast upon
Ads appearing now. Kill the one.
Nuke ads.
There are none on platforms. We're all on the ones right on the floor with us.
You can use the mirror to get the other side
Get away.
fast.
Not yet. We're doing west first.
Back to the portal melee.
The other side yet. All right, now to the other side.
Walk to the mirror. Go to the mirror again.
Now run through the mirror. Everyone through the mirror.
Pain, I need you to grab sword as soon as you can.
Nuke ads.
Get these ads down.
Red lines, red lines, red lines.
Scream for me.
Get into the middle.
Get to the middle.
Center now.
We're lusting?
Lusting in 3, 2, 1, lust.
Courtesy. Yet you continue to provoke my wrath. Very well. Beware. You shall have
In close, in close, in close. Knockback happening.
Pain
I'll
calling.
hold for a bit, Holy. I got spell warding.
That's what I need to know. Thanks, bud.
Back in, back in.
Taunt.
In close, knockback.
Four, three, two, one.
Everybody in close.
Red lines, red lines, red lines. I'm good. I'm
In close, knockback.
Don't stand in front.
same.
Never mind.
Spread.
Run away.
Run away.
Alright, Pain.
Roar.
You can pick him up.
Four,
You saw that, Taylor?
2, 1.
Hate that.
Back in
First
close.
Ravage, get ready to lose half or a third of the room.
Move out of the red, out of the red.
In the triangle.
Picked up Pain.
Knockback.
Knockback, knockback. Don't get knocked into the red.
Go for it, Pain. Red.
Dodge red. Knockback as well.
Pain I can hold. AMS is back up.
None will survive.
Knockback happening. Oh, no, run away, run away. My bad.
Four, three, two.
Good job.
Nice job,
Nice,
guys.
clean
Lucky,
raid.
was that a one shot?
That was a one.
Yep.
Yes, it was. We wiped one time all night.
Good job, guys.
Thank you,
Sludge
and thank you. I actually have a lot of the stuff that I needed from this raid already, so not too many eye level upgrades until I get into heroic. But I do hope I get an animal
This
orb
boss
here.
keeps you in combat for some absurdly long time
And
for
yes,
no
God,
reason.
I hate
It's
pressing.
so you can look
the
at
wrong
his
buttons.
floating Santa hat.
Wait, it happens
you guys
because
see
my
this?
push to talk keys
And the,
are
His, yeah, his
three
three,
floating
his
Santa
little
hats.
horn
to
Yeah,
tab.
control,
there's
so it
three
doesn't help.
floating Santa hats.
Those are his testicles hats.
There it is, boys. That's
nothing
the raid.
great, nothing great, but
Hey,
that's
I
fine.
got one of the worst
Fuck you,
trinkets in the
person
entire
3.
game.
Technically, it's our best trinket, which is terrible
Really?
because it's so boring.
It's like
Yep.
half a ferocious bite.
Yeah, it's super boring.
Man, no one got
But
weapons?
at the highest item level, it's the best trinket.
Third raid, no weapons.
Wow. That is crazy.
What is
Alright.
that jewel or Remornia that you got?
I got the pet.
Yeah, I gotta do that. You're right.
I hear Illich
gotta
in the
do that.
background.
Oh, he's been wanting. He wanted that big time. He'll keep it.
Were we doing heroic? I didn't think so. We're at the end of our scheduled time, but
We have 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, we gotta
We'll
call
make
it
this.
in time.
yep.
That was a fantastic raid, everybody. I don't think anyone could have expected to go better than that.
Yep. I encourage everybody again. We have a little bit of holiday weeks here. If you have extra time, rewatch all the videos. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ansem Dill missed Crux, but we're starting heroic next week. Is the expectation correct?
I I don't think a decision has been made, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
There's not that much gear that you can get out of here that you can't also get out of Mythic Plus. I mean, obviously not the same pieces, but
Yeah.
our gear should be high enough at this point that running higher level keys to get gear that is at least as good as what drops in here should be more time
Beneficial.
effective than running here or continuing to run normal.
Agreed. So you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. We are raiding next Tuesday for sure, and we will be looking to start heroic next Tuesday. Full progression.
Well done, guys. Good job.
Very well done.
That's probably a good idea.
Logs are up.
The VOD will be going up later today. I'll be linking it in Holy's Heroes channels if you guys want to rewatch the raid, if you had so many questions about any of the parts, or if you just wanted to look at my pretty face for almost 3 hours.
Can you put up a VOD without your face in it? So
Absolutely
I'm
not. No.
Can you put up a bot of only your face for 3 hours?
Absolutely.
Can you grow
Now,
a beard?
he just got a new subscriber, boys.
Can you grow a beard? Wolf says.
Absolutely not. This is actually going to be shaved. Like I'm gonna trim this just for you. I'm gonna put W on my chin for Wolf.
You know, if you should dress up as Wolfwood from Trigun. That's what you should do.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Great raid, everybody. I think we'll at you guys later.
Yeah, there may be an app post coming out if we're trying to do anything else this week, but with the holidays, things are up in the air. We appreciate y'all understanding.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Again,
and,
that's why we're saying good
cut the
job
stream
pushing
off
through
here.
all of normal tonight.
Gonna
Phenomenal
do
job. We
some
gotta
really
clean up
boring
just-
daily
I mean,
stuff.
honestly, we
but,
came
thank you
what,
guys for watching
Sludgefest
the
and Council. We had
raid.
a couple of ifs.
Not
Not even Council, really. Sludgefest, we had ifs and some
you
ifs
guys will join us for
on
that.
Sire.
Thanks so much
We
for
cleaned
watching.
those things up. That was pretty clean. So, all right, I'm jumping out here for a bit. Good job, everybody.
Good fucking job, boys.
Good job. Thanks for having me. I know I wasn't on the roster for today.
We had some no-shows. It was all good.
Boys and girls, you forget Drista's in here.
Yeah. Ah. He said you got titties.